All right, welcome to the doG the after party, and somebody's got it playing again. And okay, no, I don't hear it anymore. Good. Right, yeah. So far with us, of course, we have the guest of honor. doG is with us, and my producer extraordinaire, Mr. Mikey, is with us. Right below me, we got the one and only and OG of my after chats, Mr. Staggers and Jags is with us. We've got the lovely sailmakers, Stephanie Helm. I don't know why I always say that.
I don't know. Can I apologise to chat that of my focused rhetoric hatred of the Catholic Church rather than Christianity itself? I have to admit that is where my goal is bringing that fucking institution down. I know I never do it on my own, and there's people who have tried, and there's half the world have tried, but you can't do it. But that is where my I'm just going to apologise. If you want to know about the history of popes, I'm your guy. Or what I learned as a child. But go on, crack on, Neil. I'm here for a laugh. It's the after party. After parties are meant to be fun.
Right. And last but not least, my brother from the other coast, Mr. Canadian Ollyman, is with us.
Butt snake
master.
Disc golf.
Disc golf.
And Stag. So I've been on I'm sure I've been on a chat on a stream with Stags before.
Possible.
It was a long time ago, but I think we've been on a stream before. He's nodding like he seems to remember.
I don't remember anything, man. But I believe you.
Yeah, Stags is omnipresent, so it's not surprising.
True.
I do have a quick announcement. That was you again, wasn't it? No, it wasn't.
Nope.
It was my Twitch thing. Your Twitch feed thingy is ready or something, which I never look at. But anyway.
You never told doG about the coin scheme. I had to tell him.
Oh, Mikey, you're muted on probably your microphone end or
Mikey Famine, producer extraordinaire.
There he is.
All right, take your point. I'll be back.
I do have a quick little announcement. I'm going to be doing a little thing on Oz's channel. He has a little show called "What's Your Story," I guess, and he wants me on Monday.
Where'd you get that idea from?
Funny. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, he wants to have me on for that on the 18th, which is this coming Monday. So
holiday Monday.
Yeah, we'll be poking fun at the whole religion thing, I'm sure.
I'll be very, very stoned by the time that comes on.
Oh, probably. It's not till it's 10 o'clock Eastern. So
yeah, at 11 my time.
I'm gonna tie my hair in a knot.
You had what?
Hold on.
He's tying his hair in a knot for some reason.
I can do that
in front of his face.
Are you doing the Nigel?
He's trying to do a Fu Manchu mustache or something. I don't know.
Are you doing the Nigel?
Ooh, the Nigel.
From Wild Thornberries?
Yeah, but now when you say that, I have a whole different cascade of images in my brain.
Oh, no.
I can't get it out of my head.
Well, you're one up on me anyways. At least you got something going on in your brain.
So I have this new hobby of going on Twitch and just like looking for random people, and I just sit and I watch for like 10 minutes. And I'll like say something and I'll see if they respond. And I'm just watching people, looking at their layouts, just studying. And I found this girl doing art, and oh man.
I'll answer that question.
It was the best, worst shit I've ever seen in my life.
What? Best, worst shit?
So do you remember the Wild Thornberries? It was on Nickelodeon. Do you remember the dad?
Yes.
She took the dad and made him into Pokemon.
Oh, Really?
Okay.
It's the most upsetting thing you'll ever see. It's so. Yeah, let me grab a
Let
little
me see
couple
if
of
they'll
samples for you.
come up on.
So to answer Eric's
what do you
question,
call it?
yes, there are times when I'm not stoned. It's generally right when I first get up in the morning until about first break.
There are like other artists that do the same thing.
I don't know what that's called, but you just kind of take a character and like draw it as something else. Like she has like a Nigel Thornberry mixed with Pikachu and Squirtle and Charmander.
There's a lot of these, dude.
She's done a lot of them, and they're all terrifying.
I googled Nigel Pokemon, and there are a ton of these from like all different artists.
Maybe
It's
this
like a
is
thing.
like a fad.
Yeah,
It's like that Fortnite dance that the kids can't get enough of.
yeah, the floss in their teeth.
Yeah, floss their butts.
Yeah,
The butt floss.
my kids are really good at that move.
See, this is where I miss out. I started smoking weed when I was about 22. I'm 53 now. I do miss it. I really do. They were good days. But in them days, it wasn't weed. It was, we called it solid over here. It was like a lump. I don't know if you ever seen the Pink Floyd film, The Wall.
Hash. You're talking about the chunk of hash that he's got.
When Bob Geldof is sitting there with that massive big block of hash.
Yep.
We called it, I knew it was solid. You sell a cigarette and you break it into a paper and you burn this thing. And
when I got this piece of hash 2 months ago, it was about half the size of the one you saw in that film.
Yeah. I miss it. That's all I'm going to say. I do miss I miss weed.
So get back into it.
It sent me to places where I didn't need to be, but I'm glad I was there.
Like what? The candy store?
You understand that?
Yeah, I like my weed too. I just picked up some new stuff, actually.
Ooh, I got a buddy who's gonna send me some edibles. I'm excited.
Nice.
Homemade, grows his own.
Did you pay more than $50 an ounce?
Ollie, we know.
Everybody's got to go. Get it from where I get it from, man. It's a great price.
We know you're just trying to share your joy.
Out in the back?
No, I don't grow.
Okay.
I even told my mom not to bother growing this year because she's grown it the last 2 years and it just hasn't been very good yet.
Well, she's gonna get better at it. Don't tell her to stop. Encourage her.
How about you help her? Give her some fertilizer or whatever y'all do.
I paid for everything. Both years.
What,
I paid for everything.
In a jar? Is that what you mean? Fertilizer?
No. I got her like jars that she can grow them in and all the fertilizer and stuff like that. I got her everything for it. So
I'm gonna start growing weed.
My blackberry bush doesn't look like it's coming back to life, and I'm sad.
I don't know. Hey guys, I got bad news. I think Groot died over the winter.
Oh, just speaking of people that died, Gilbert Gottfried died on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Bless him.
Yeah. What?
Amy Newman had him as a
funny as fuck.
He was great. But Amy Newman had him as a well, he used to sort of say his bit for her. Yeah, it's a sad loss. Of course he is. The only film I can remember him now is one of the Lethal Weapon. Was it a Lethal Weapon?
Yeah, he played the lawyer, I think.
He played the lawyer. Yeah, that's all I can remember. But I know he's a stand-up comic. But
I think it's Lethal Weapon 4 because it was after what's his name there, the Italian guy. I can't think of his name.
Joe Pesci.
Pesci, yeah. It was after Pesci joined the crew, so I think it was 4.
I don't.
That's exactly what I thought, Archer.
I'm not a big film fan or a TV watcher. I never have been. I'd sooner read a book.
I like those movies because that one guy's just kind of old and grumpy, and the other guy's just kind of crazy, and they just don't really get along.
Yeah, you asked me about
You.
dialogue and
The
even
worst. Literal worst.
a couple of comedy films. Airplane was a good one. Airplane 2 was a great one where they had a poster in the terminus that had Rocky XXX1 VVX1, and it was just an old guy with boxing gloves. Never remember that. And everyone missed that joke. I say that to
Oh, I
everyone
saw
who
it.
missed it.
Yeah,
And
and he's
Vaguely
like he's
remember
really
that.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just see it was just a little old man with these massive big boxing gloves on. Rocky
Yeah.
XXX, wherever it was. It was just
What do you
Rocky.
want?
Rocky. It was Rocky
89.
25.
My dog wants.
And it was, and people miss them sort of jokes because they don't see Rocky and Sylvester Stallone because all the Rocky, apart from Rocky 1, every Rocky sequel is exactly the same. You know, something bad happens, he either gets beaten up or something bad happens. He has a massive big half an hour of training and what's not, and he becomes a protagonist at the end. Every film is
He's
the
always
same.
behind, and he has the great big comeback. And
I
then
was saying about the Mandalorian. Every one of them is the same show. I don't any Star Wars.
How dare you?
Whoa.
wait,
How
what?
dare you?
Whoa.
Can I just say my piece, please?
No. You say the
You're
first
the guest
half
of
it, and
honor.
we're all going to cut you
He
off.
stands up with Baby Yoda, whether it's not Baby Yoda, but Baby whatever, who
Grogu.
wants to eat everything, fish, eggs, and whatever comes out of the soup, he'll eat it.
Have
He
you tried
palms
them?
it off. He palms that baby off on a stranger he's never ever met on a new planet. He goes and kills the biggest animal that cannot exist in reality on that planet, and he comes and collects a bit. And every show is the same. He palms the baby off. He's just a bad babysitter.
Did you watch it?
I told him, man, I've watched it. Yeah,
Let
and there's
me,
another series.
let me tell you something you may not already know.
Oh,
We love
I-
some Mandalorian loving fools around these parts, and let me tell you
Yeah.
something. You're 100% right. It is everything the same every episode. Every episode.
No, it's not.
And I need to
Not.
disconnect my
Every
Lego piece.
episode.
I never agreed with Dog's point of view. If he kind of indicated that we were talking about a pre-show, and
Yeah,
I
you were.
did, but no, I never agreed to any of that.
Stick to
I
more
just said I'd watched all
uncontroversial.
the shows and enjoyed them. So, yeah,
One of them.
it's the same. It's like Mandalorian is
Death
a
Star.
Sylvester Stallone written sequel. It's exactly
Stick
the
to more-
same as the first one. All they do is change the monsters, change the aliens. He palms them off. He palms that little baby Yoda off on a babysitter he's never ever met. I'll just have him. He goes and does his bit. Baby Yoda eats fish, eggs, and whatever he can eat because he's a weirdo.
It feels like maybe you
got to eat
watched
Oreos.
one episode of the show.
Well, carries on to the next planet.
They're not all the
If-
same like
if
that.
If you stuck to
not
non-controversial subjects like the Catholic Church, I think you'd be better off. Really.
I think so.
I'm just saying.
Oh, look, it's the Mandalorian.
To be fair, during the break, I did look up my old school. Well, the latest one I could find, education thing. Their latest education committee assessment. And the latest one I could find was from 2017. I could go through that, but I just think it would amplify my hatred, which I think I've proven of the Catholic Church and religion. But
So can I since this is where we're at today, and that's fine. Can I challenge you on your points a little bit?
Go on.
Is the same energy that you're putting into not liking them worth losing over putting that energy towards something that is either helpful for other people or healthy for you? Because I get being mad. Like I get mad about shit all the time. But then you got to get to that point where it's just like I'm spinning my wheels and it's not even hurting them.
Absolutely not, Mikey. And you are correct to ask that question. Yeah, it's not healthy for me to do that, but I'm religiously here, and I'm butt here forever over these people.
And I think I don't think you're going to find somebody that disagrees with that sentiment. I think everybody agrees that you had a rough go of it, and that was really fucked up. Like, I think we all kind of can see that place sucked for you. They did wrong by you. And
it's not just that. I was amazingly indoctrinated by them.
Yeah.
And I believed in it all. And I believed it all well through my teens. But I was an angry teen because I was dismissed from the church. I wasn't allowed to confess. I wasn't allowed to walk into a church. I wasn't allowed to be confirmed. It was basically humiliation for my whole teens until, even though I was reading about them, I still believed in this crap and that sort of thing. I say this crap. It scarred me it's scarred me forever. I'm 53 now, and I'll go to the grave with it. Thankfully, I have children myself.
I'm sorry, how old?
My children, they're twins, a boy and a girl, and they're 22 now.
Oh man, how was raising twins?
They're a year younger than my kid.
They're
I'm 51.
There was a lot of sleepless nights.
I can imagine.
We did get some good advice from a midwife, who said it because they woke up every hour for feeding. My wife wasn't really viable to feed two. I did say to her, "Well, I've got little hands. They look big in my hands." So, but that's a joke, by the way. So what we did was we got up every hour, and it was amazingly stressful. I mean, very full. It was great to see them. They did nothing. They just cried and pooped and spewed everywhere, and that's it.
It's me every day.
Come the other.
As one does.
The washing machine was going 24 hours a day, as it does. But it was amazing. I did love it. It was tiring, and it did have a little strain on life and the marriage and things like that. Especially every hour, two of them, because that means we did try it. One of us doing it, and it just couldn't work. You can't juggle babies that way unless you're going to drop them.
Yeah, juggling babies is not a good idea.
Yeah,
no, you're supposed to pick them up one at a time.
Twins is as far I'm sure there's people that can. One person can handle two kids, but our first, we were near it. We've gone back. Well, going back 22 years. It was fun. I don't know what I should say. There was a midwife that used to visit in England. You have people there, social workers, midwives, social workers, that come and visit and I said, they're waking up every hour. It's killing us. And she could see it on her face. Even though I have no hair, it looks straggly. I'm bald as a coot, but the hair I don't have just look straggly and just like, I want to end my life. Hair. She said, let him cry. I said, can't do that. And she said, let him cry.
Yeah, you can.
And she said, how often do you? I said, about every hour, on the hour.
Yep.
And she said, on that hour, and it was the most hurtful thing. I mean, it was hard work. Obviously, we give up after a few minutes of them crying, and they both cried together. I have to admit.
Oh yeah, they get each other
boy
going.
and girl, and they are chalk and cheese. They are totally different. My son is a total girl. And my daughter is into big trucks and men's stuff. I don't know why. It's life.
I don't think that you can really go by the old school ways of thinking about that.
And she was a French lady, and then we eventually got to the 2 hours, and then after a couple of weeks of that, she said, "Oh, no, it's double it. We'll give it 4 hours." And we give it 4 hours. I think we crying. We got up after 4 hours. I think got used to that. And then one morning one night we went to bed really early because that's what it's like having twins. Woke up the next day. It was light. The birds were tweeting. We're like, what the fuck? And the boiler happened to be in their bedroom. Well, I nearly took their door off the hinges. I thought that boiler's leaked and that alarm, that carbon monoxide alarm hasn't gone off. And I run through there and they were sound asleep. And from that day, they just slept through. Well, now they live in their own places now. I'd say they slept through.
Yeah, we hope they would.
I don't want to know what they get up to as a father. Now they're not living with me. I do not want to know. That's disturbing.
None of your damn business anymore, anyways.
Yeah, don't ask.
If I had my way, to be fair, Neil, I would lock my daughter up until she dried up and she was in her 50s and 60s. I would lock her, chain her up in the attic.
Why?
That would be my solution to my daughter. My son, yeah, he'd crack on, mate. I'm joking, of course. You got to be them. Yeah, they live away from home now. It's hard letting go. That's the main thing. And letting go of them. That's a big thing with kids.
I got lucky. Both my kids pretty much just slept through the night. Anytime they'd cry at odd hours, I'd just go in there, check their diaper, change it if it needed changed, and put them back to bed. I would just never feed them at night.
Well, the problem is,
what are they, gremlins?
One waking the other one up. Maybe one of them wanted to sleep through the night, but the other one woke the other one up. Whoever was first.
When my kid was going through that ugly age, I was working odd hours and up all night anyway, so I was always up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So if the kid would make any noise, I would just go get him and do something with him for a bit and then put him back down to bed. So
I was told a long time ago that eventually I'd get out of the ugly age.
Yeah. Okay.
Soon, Neil. Soon.
Soon.
There was some times in my life of my children growing up where I thought Catholics had it right, but with the condoms, and there was times when I thought, yeah, they got it wrong. People need condoms. Not that I hate the kids. I don't mean that at all. When you're tired, you think really, really weirdly. You do. And children are a chore, and they are. But at the end of that chore, they are a job. And they are a full-time job forever. I mean, my kids just see me as an ATM machine now. That's all I am. I may as well just have buttons on me.
Really?
That would make it easier for them.
How do I make withdrawal?
I just leave buttons on me, numbers. And they have their own separate key code, and they just point me out and just give them money. That's all they see me as. Even though they're earning their own money, they're not earning what I do, but hopefully, eventually, they will be. They're both in university, or they both just left university, and they're just new in their jobs.
I'll smoke a bowl for you, Skywatcher.
61 today. Happy birthday to you,
Skywatcher.
You lucky bastard. That was a nice weed. You lucky bastard. Happy birthday. All right, that's not bad.
I hope
one
I make
leader.
61. I don't think I will, but I can't say that. But with my health issues, but I'm not bothered. I've enjoyed my secular life, let's say, and especially the last few years online watching you guys has made it a whole lot easier. I have to admit that. Enjoy getting involved with people. And don't get me wrong, I go to church about once a month.
What?
Not to pray. Trust me, not to pray. We've got a female vicar in our establishment. But I live in a village in the middle of nowhere, and especially after COVID, where everyone was in lockdown, the church is right next to the pub or the bar in my village, and the village is tiny, and it's nice just to catch up. And the vicar, she's lovely. She knows I'm an atheist, and she knows I'm quite active with it as well. She doesn't annoy me. She allows me to sit there and not perform the rituals of the cult. And whoever says, "Oh, we're not in a cult," any place you congregate and sing and bow and stand up and kneel and pray to a fucking effigy is a cult, and that's every church on the planet.
I was going to say I went and saw a couple of live plays where they get everyone in the audience to get up and sing and stuff, but I didn't find that to be a cult. But we didn't do any praying.
Yeah, they'll always say it's not a cult. Well, it is a
that
cult.
One fucking stage show, fucking the rock and roll one.
You go to you congregate in a building. You congregate in a building once a week, and you perform rituals. That's a cult. Regardless what the rituals say, they're normally
we perform rituals every day. Every person performs.
Well, yeah, people who are thanking God for their food. I mean, if someone did, I mean, I used to do that, and when I was a child, we used to have to hold hands and praise the meal.
Ew, hold hands. Ew.
COVID.
But
COVID.
If my kids, they grew up to be, they went through the same thing, a similar thing, because school itself is an indoctrination. It forces you into a situation where you have to question life. You have to question, where you come from, and that's not secular. That's religious influence, even on secular schools, because even secular schools have.
Hi, Dean. Religious
education in it. And my kids went through this. I remember my missus come to me. She called me up in work and she said, "I've just seen the kids in a class outing with tea towels on their head, dressed as Muslims."
Huh.
And it was like an outing to the church, which was next door to the school. And they must have been 7 or 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, just let them crack on. We'll talk to them later. But this is what the schools are. And they were teaching that because at the time, 20 odd years ago, Muslims were quite bad in the world. If you understand, they were bombing everywhere.
Okay. First of all,
9/11, Muslims.
Hang on, dog. Hold on, dog. First of all, you're talking about a very small percentage of them.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like
most Muslims don't fucking do that shit. They don't care. They just want to live their lives like everybody else.
I think he was saying that was the perception of them at the time.
That's possible, yes.
Neil, I get that. I'm not saying it was like everyone's a Muslim and then we must learn to. It was a sort of lesson to teach tolerance, let's say, of other religions. This is from a secular school. The wife wasn't happy with it, and I said, "Well, let's just leave it like that. Let's just." And we progress from there, but. I understand them teaching this tolerance of these terrorist acts. UK have gone through it forever. Well, not forever. At least since the 70s with the Irish.
They're not teaching them to tolerate the violence. They're teaching them to be tolerant of people that aren't the violent ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, not tolerant, yeah, but but they were saying that, that bear in mind, Neil, I've had a few drinks.
We can
My
tell.
words aren't
Really?
my words aren't correct. Anyway, but yeah, that's they've grown up to be good kids.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you were talking.
Hello, Dean Kruger in the chat.
Dean
Anyway,
Kruger.
kids are
What the
kids.
hell's
But
going on there?
we've gone through this. They pick on kids. Religion picks on kids from be it Christmas and Easter. They're the main holidays for.
I think that's this
Christians,
weekend,
the
actually.
birth and death of Jesus.
It is.
This weekend.
What's this weekend?
Yes. Happy long
Easter.
weekend, people.
Yeah,
What?
it's Easter. Yeah, it's Easter this weekend.
It's,
I am
yeah,
off tomorrow and Monday. Yay.
It's adequate Thursday today, and tomorrow's Good Friday. And
Or Maundy Thursday, as they say. I've never figured out what the Maundy part was, but
I don't know.
But you can go through Catholicism, which is I mean, even your average. I mean, we have our Americanism Christians here. We have our
Americanism?
evangelists and our Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses. Them American created religions that come here, knock on the door. They don't knock on the door anymore. They know it's frowned upon, so they shout on the streets instead.
That's
We don't
hysterical.
pull with
Somebody
that
just sent me that in my Facebook message.
Way to go, Dean.
Same thing.
We don't put with
yeah.
that stuff here in Britain now. I mean, we did for years with the Americans, or the American religions, I should say, which
The
are
damn
well,
Americans.
the Mormons and what.
Sorry.
You've got how many Christian religions are there in America?
2.
So, Mikey.
tons.
Monty Python.
Denominations, you fucking dirt.
At least 2.
What is Monty
40
Python?
odd thousand of the fucking things.
In honor of Maundy Thursday.
Moundy?
Well,
Oh,
we don't.
Moundy.
We put over. We said no to the door knockers. We actually, a lot of people still have stickers on their door, even though they don't bother no more. These Mormon missionaries, they call them,
I get emails from them.
who just watch obituaries. How sad is that? That you got a teenager watching obituaries and go on, crack on, mate. You get out of your neck. I thought you were on antibiotics. What's up with you?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Anticoagulants. They're blood thinners, but they don't really thin your blood.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway,
You
got
can't.
these.
You cannot drink if you take anticoagulants.
What? Because booze is a diuretic, yeah.
Well, no, not so much that. It fucks up with the processing of the anticoagulants.
And you won't clot right.
And then I will
Won't
clot,
not-
and that's the problem.
Yeah. Won't not clot right.
Yeah. And if I clot, then that could be a problem, and I could die. Yes, that's
Which
right.
would-
Tons of mice in it.
The blood thinners will actually become thinners then.
Yeah.
Doesn't-
Well, the alcohol
doesn't-
does that.
Doesn't the word anticoagulant mean not to clot?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Non-clotting.
Because there
If
was
you
a
mix this
giant
booze
blood
with
clot
it,
in my
it
leg.
stops that.
Yeah, it hampers the performance of the drug. So my hematologist said stay away from alcohol. Like if you have an
That's
occasional
cool.
beer,
It's,
but stay away from the hard stuff. No wine, no hard stuff.
it's the
occasional
story of my
beers.
life that you stop smoking weed and taking whatever you do.
Oh no, I
wine
didn't stop
wanted,
smoking
man.
weed. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is a
you
very
crack on, man.
weed-friendly
I take that
channel.
back, Neil. I take
Weed-friendly.
this
Yes. And I'm all out of weed, unfortunately.
What?
Yeah. I had to
But
make
we're
myself a
talking
drink.
door knockers,
So-
which is a very
You want me
the
to?
American religions that came over here.
American religion.
Some of the nugs are really nice in there.
Evangelicalism, and
Very sweet.
Mike, I'm gonna light
Presbyterians,
I'll give you a
the
call and blow some through the
Mormons,
phone for you.
etc. Are
Thanks.
I mean,
Help.
they're spreading the wings but just trying to earn more money. Now, the most money that made money, he was silent out of the religion, was Gideon. He put a Bible in every hospital, next to every hospital bed, and in every hotel room. You know, these hotels and whatever, they paid for them. He made enough money for Gideon's Bible. Now, they're not accepted anymore because they're unhygienic. Well,
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, they carry the
especially in
COVID.
hospitals, but even in hotels, they're unhygienic to the mind as well. That's what I'm saying. But everyone should read the Bible. Everyone should read the Bible. Even
I went to Faith Forum this year because I was on the panel, but they had a Gideon Bible in the dresser there, in the little side table. They had one in there.
They do.
I took it out and rolled a joint with one of the pages, but you know,
free rolling papers. Nice.
Exactly.
You gotta have something to glue it down
It
with.
couldn't have been that good though for rolling papers.
That's right. That was in a film, wasn't it? I'm sure that was in some film where they used.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, it really works though.
It does. All you need, Stags, is your pack of rolling papers that you get. You cut the glue strip off and you just use that.
But if you've got a rolling paper, then you don't need to use the Bible page.
Yes, but
it's true.
Fun.
We would use peanut butter or honey, or sometimes
honey
just
works.
regular Elmer's white glue.
Look who showed up and called us dirty whores or hoes. Nate.
I say to people that the Bible is the worst toilet paper ever created, because toilet paper back in the 80s in Britain, work toilet paper was like grease-proof paper. They're like the stuff the stuff you put in the cooker. It's got a shiny side on one. This was cheap toilet paper in the UK back in the.
They had that stuff
80s.
when I lived in Israel. Shiny on one side,
a little green cross
on the other.
Parchment paper.
You never wiped your arms with it. You sort of spread it around, sort of.
Parchment paper.
Try wiping.
You
dabbed
with it.
It was nasty.
Faye.
I see the Bible as that. It's just toilet paper. Although I'd still say,
I wiped my ass
Christians,
with today.
Christians who are in here, read your fucking Bible if you want to.
They're not. Hey, dog.
I'm gonna read it quick before dog uses it as toilet paper.
And dog, by the way, they're not here, so you can just talk.
No, I've read it.
No,
I've read it. I can now use it as toilet paper.
The Christians aren't here. It's okay. You can just have fun with us.
Hey, fuck them.
Yeah, they're gone, dude. They're not here. It's cool. They're not invited.
Well, before they use it as toilet paper, and they will read it and read it properly, literally.
In the beginning.
I'm glad I sprung for the large print, extra pages.
Neil.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, change. The two Bibles. You've got two Bibles. You've got two sentences. You got the end of Revelations, you got the beginning of Genesis, which wasn't the first book in the Old Testament, as has been proven. Well, at least I think it is. Job was the first book. But anyway, change in the beginning to once upon a time. Then you got Genesis. Change Revelation, the end of Revelation to they all lived happily ever after. And that's your Bible sorted. You've got to admit, religion has brought on some great cultural stuff in our lives. You've got Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, all this superstitious films. Absolutely, yeah. Why not?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. But Harry Potter and all these, all these aliens.
You're a hairy wizard.
All these films and this culture that we have, which is all born from religion, through beliefs of ghosts and aliens and goblins, which was all came from religion.
Goblins. God, now we're getting into the Spider-Man territory.
No, we're into First Testament in the Old Testament territory.
Yeah,
I know Spider-Man was in the Old Testament.
I wish he was. It would have been a better book, wouldn't it? That'd have been a great read with Spider-Man in it.
And I say unto thee, Spider-Man has slungeth his webs and
God
swungeth from
created
building
Spider-Man.
whilst catching thine rhino.
Thus saith the spider, Kathwip, Kathwip.
Doth he whatever a spider doth?
The serpent, the serpent.
We need a Bible like that.
Adam and Eve to eat the fruit, and Spider-Man,
Spider Bible.
thou fucking spited the serpent.
The gospel according to Peter.
But then Spider-Man would have cured, would have stopped the original sin, wouldn't he? And then
No, he didn't.
and then we would all be.
He got scared, and that's his curse.
We would all be. We would all be put through the fact that God did not have sex with his mother.
No, he had sex with a
birth
spider.
to himself to commit suicide
Spider Jesus.
by turning into a
Spider.
hippie who was nailed to a bit of wood. But yeah, you've got to think of the culture that's come from.
I have a question.
Well, not only that, you've got the crystals and the astrologists and then Reiki guys that
I have a question.
like you'll pay 100 guys for $100 for a massage, and they don't even touch you. They just run their hands 2 feet above you and say, "Yo, yeah."
Oh, it's not even 2 feet. It's like 2 inches.
Oh, I could do that.
That fucker.
Who wants
Yeah,
to
I know.
go first?
If I was corrupt, I'd be doing that too and taking people's money.
I'm
Yeah,
corrupt.
just moving your energy around here a little bit there.
Who needs a Reiki
That'll
massage?
be $250.
Do it right through the computer.
Yeah, just hold your phone over the picture
Hang
of my
on.
hand doing this.
Just
I
go
want
get
to
your
try
own
something.
rocks.
You guys remember Uri Geller?
Yeah.
You guys have any watches that don't work anymore?
Oh yeah.
So put your watches on your computers. I'm going to get them to start working now. Go grab your watches and stick them on the computer there. And I'm gonna just I'm gonna make them start working. Can you feel that? You feel the energy coming through?
I feel it.
I feel it. All right, so
I feel something.
all right, now check your watches.
Oh shit.
I don't have a watch.
I'm okay.
I've never worn, to be fair, Neil, I've never worn a watch all my life, but the watch on my computer just stopped.
Oh, hey,
the
there you go.
screen.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, you did it backwards, Neil.
Stop.
You said the spell wrong.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah. Then but you got to admit, there's a lot of culture come out of religion.
Oh, sure. And there's that. A lot of that culture was long before religion was around too. So, and I used to have a watch, and I found out that the watch I used to have is worth almost $250 on eBay.
Ooh,
It's a Swatch.
Yeah, man.
Swatch.
Yes, from 1986.
I bet you there's an old Peppa Pig watch worth 10 times more than that.
No,
Dude,
I-
that show
Original
is.
series. Peppa Pig watch.
I've never watched that show. I've only seen like memes of it. I kind of want to watch that show. I kind of want to get really
Mikey,
high.
do you
and
not
watch
have
that show.
kids?
No, not yet. Working on it.
Yeah. No.
My
You're
kids
lucky.
never watched it. No,
Yeah.
with me anyway.
You
You know what, Jim?
What are you going on about?
So you can't sing the theme tune to Peppa Pig then, Mike?
My name is Peppa Pig, and
No,
I like
just-
having friends and going to school and stuff.
No, it just goes Peppa
No, that
Pig,
was
Peppa Pig, Peppa Pig. That's it.
Took him a long time to think up that one, I bet.
No, that's the theme tune. Don't ask me about Blue's Clues.
Oh, that was a good show.
Or any
We
of
know
others.
about Blue's Clues.
The Blues Clues, I know.
Blue's Clues. A clue.
Yo, tell me why your man Steve came out and made an announcement the other day.
Dora, the Explorer.
What about Steve?
I imagine you guys saw that Steve made a very heartfelt message to all of us on social medias, on all of his platforms.
Not to me.
He did. He
No.
said it right to you. His friend.
No. I was never. I never watched. I think I saw half an episode.
You
Well,
don't
you're
have
still his
to.
friend. He loves you anyway. He's a great guy. And
Yeah,
he was like-
exactly, Russ.
he can't. No, he's not allowed to criticize from the chat any longer. Get your fucking internet sorted and get in here so I can yell at you.
I'll block him.
I miss you.
Oh, I can't block him. He's a mod. Fuck.
Got him.
Anyway, Mikey, you had some questions. I'm sure I answered the first one to your satisfaction. Have you got any more?
I was getting there. I forgot now. I'll make up a new.
I tune into.
You make up a new one.
Steve
Yeah, I was
gave a heartfelt
Oh yeah,
something,
Steve,
and
Steve
you won't
from
tell us what it is.
oh yeah, Steve from Blue's Clues gave this heartfelt message for everybody, like after lockdown, after like in the middle of lockdown, and it was like super heartfelt, and he looked older and more mature, and he's like, "Hey man, I haven't seen you guys in a long time, but man, you've really grown up. Wow, I'm proud of you." And I was like, "Look at this Steve guy being all cool and nice during the fucking lockdown." So rock on Blue's Clues. It's back on my list.
Rock on.
Oh yeah, dog. Did Ali ask you about Frisk Dolph? I can talk.
No, I haven't yet. I
Well,
did
go
not
on.
bring it up, Mikey.
We'll
I've
go
been
on then.
drinking whiskey and can talk better than you.
Dog, are you
challenge
familiar?
accepted.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Where did we go? Dog, have you ever heard of
go
the
on.
sport disc golf?
Sorry?
Have you ever heard of the sport
Gonna
disc
be.
golf? Frisbee
Disc
golf.
golf. That's
Yeah.
throwing a frisbee around a golf course, yeah?
Kinda, yeah. It's a golf course designed for throwing a frisbee around because instead of a hole that you put a ball into, there's a basket with the chains.
That could be
sounds-
misconstrued.
It sounds as stupid, but less skillful. I'm bearing in mind that the British, we've got cricket, which is probably the most
Oh, the stupidest
boring
game ever.
fucking- Exactly.
It's a lot of fun. If you've never played, I encourage you to go try.
I played golf and it was all right.
Yeah, golf is boring.
I
Hang on a
can't
second.
imagine.
I left something
throwing
back
a
here. Hang
fucking-
on.
what extra entertainment would throw in a free? In fact, I couldn't throw a frisbee
Thanks, Neil.
as far as I can hit a golf ball.
No, you're right. That's why the courses are about half to a third as long per hole.
Oh, so we're talking about short. So it's like
Quick nap.
crazy golf is stupid people, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a different skill, but it's
All right,
you
crazy
play through the
golf
woods.
with
Yeah,
less
you have
skill,
different
okay.
obstacles.
Short
Right.
course. How many holes are there? Oh, it can be as many as you want. Really.
It's the same. It's the same rules as golf, other than the tools that you use to play.
How brave are you?
Well, how big is that? How big is it? How big is the tee? The hole in the tee. It's got to be frisbee size, of course.
No,
The
it's like a
basket?
big basket with
Here,
chains.
just a second.
Wow.
Do you see
Yeah.
that picture that's in the middle of my thing there? That's what the basket looks like. That
Oh,
stands about 4 feet tall, and it's about 2 feet wide at the top.
Well, in Great Britain, something like that we fill with wood and burn on St George's Day. And
Yeah. Okay.
I can see frisbee golf to be the same as people running around with broomsticks between the legs playing some sort of Quidditch. That's all I can see that as frisbee golf. Am I
I'm
wrong?
sorry I brought it up. I may never bring it up again.
There you go. You've done it, dog. You've done it. You've cured Ollie, man.
No, I'm not
Okay,
broken.
no.
I'm not
Ollie, I
broken.
don't mean to
This
break
is a
you,
one-off.
mate, but
This is a one-off.
my point of view on it.
That's so great.
I see it
Until
like
you've
that
gone and
there.
tried it, you shouldn't have a
With
point of
them
view on it
kids
like
just
that.
Playing with a stick between the legs, playing
That's
Quidditch.
funny.
Frisbee
Well,
LARPing? No, Dave, no.
Flarping.
No, not frisbee LARPing. Oh my.
Yeah.
Flarping.
Frisbee
I like it.
LARPing.
Coins.
No, I'm off.
Coins.
I'm on break.
Coins.
I'm on break.
Coins.
This is so funny to me.
Any other silly games you want me to?
No.
like,
No.
get into?
I don't want
I'm
that.
sorry,
Oh,
you're obviously into
okay.
frisbee golf. I can see it being a fun sport. Well, it's a long walk.
It is a lot of fun. You should try it sometime.
You're throwing a frisbee. I mean, they're hard enough to throw it. You get these skillful guys who go woof and they between hoops and throw for miles.
Yeah,
you know, I play on the beach. I played on the beach with my kids, and to be fair, it don't go as far as you think. And frisbee is just a bit of air.
I can throw a disc about 250 to 300 feet.
Oh, I can whoop you. I can totally dog you. I'm a
the longest the world record holder is like 1,100 feet.
Let's play a little ultimate back in my day, Ollie. So I don't
that
know,
was
man.
me.
I might be able to outdrive you.
The pros that go in tour, they can generally the best of the pros are throwing it 500 feet, 550 feet.
World record. That is incredible. Do you know
the
there was
world
a guy
record,
that
like I
put
said, is
a
like
marble
1,100
with
feet.
his nose for over a mile?
I have a question for the world
There's
record.
a
Do I
guy
have?
who pushed a marble. He's a world record holder for over a mile. Pushed a marble with his nose.
Well,
Okay.
you see, I could have held the record, but they couldn't actually measure the distance I threw the disc because it went into orbit.
Oh, that.
Okay, Soups.
So it's still going. The distance is still.
It'll come down eventually.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
It's still
orbiting the sun currently.
Have you
so you read the article.
Have you ever noticed in the Guinness Book World of Records that the people that have records in there, apart from obviously
I got some records.
Sport and achievements, which are very few. They're all people that are saying, "Oh, Barry, managed to balance 5 grains of rice end to end on each other." People that have no skills in life whatsoever. Frisbee golf falls into that fucking category of people that have
There you go, Ollie.
life skills whatsoever, but are good at playing, good at throwing a frisbee and balancing fucking rice end to end. I mean, that's all I see. That.
Well,
but
Useless twat,
I'm
Ollie.
not against golf because I'm pretty shit at it. I can't hit a ball. So my boy can. He can fucking hit a ball. I don't want to call him Tiger Woods because he's obviously not that good because some of his balls go fucking right or left. And I do duck a lot of the time. But he can hit a ball a lot better than me. And it's not a disagreement with these sports, but I'm guessing the guy who said I'm going to throw a frisbee instead, I'm not hit a fucking golf ball to save his life. I'm guessing that. That's just my guess. And why this book keeps coming out every year of people who said, "Oh, I've got the biggest fucking ball of snot in the world in one pot." No, whatever.
I don't know where this conversation has gone.
It's so off the rails. Well, you said they're record holders, and this is where these records come from. This fucking stupid book of pointless fucking activities that people with no fucking life skills whatsoever.
Hey! I have the most left-handed raisins in the world. I have a Guinness World Record.
There you go.
Left-handed rate. What?
Sorry, Mikey. I'm sorry. I was totally wrong. You were not. That skill is not pointless at all. I'm not. There's not.
That's how I.
World record.
That's how I trick everybody.
Well,
man, my head hurts.
Well, you say
so
trick
funny.
everyone. You can say the Guinness World Record online. It's basically is Tinder.
I've been on Tinder before.
Where are we going now?
They'll post it.
Shut up.
You know, you'll post a picture.
Swipe right here.
They'll post a picture of let's say, let's go back to Lord of the Rings, a Bible influenced story of monsters, goblins, and fucking war, and you've got Strider who goes in there and he posts his picture on Tinder.
Yeah.
And Neil the 406 fucking atheist turns up. What I mean, you're gonna go, what the fuck? That's like your picture on Tinder. That's technology. Sorry, Neil. Just saying how it is. That's why I'm always a fucking avatar, mate. You don't want to see my face.
You know what? I
There
would
you
hate.
go.
I would absolutely hate if
There you
anybody
go.
had their Tinder
Probably
date show
do.
up and it looked like Neil. That is
What?
right.
The
Yeah.
fuck are you doing, Air?
But you see
What do
this
you
all
mean?
the
What am I
time.
doing?
in
What are you
life.
doing? Minding my own business. What are you fucking doing?
You got some friends now. You got everyone's attention.
But the Guinness Book of Records still sells millions of copies worldwide every year. They're fucking Irish, mate. And,
Of course they do.
And they sell this nonsense.
I used to get one every year.
You know,
I always got one as a gift from one of my fucking cousins, I think.
That
When you look
1985
through it-
one though, or whatever, was it 1985? That big one everyone had in their house.
The one silvery one, the one that had, like
Which one?
was all silver and had like the foil letters in it that were glowy and
yeah,
sparkly.
I've got that one.
I used to love watching the show on TV. Guinness
Yep.
Book of World Records.
That one,
Oh,
and
that
what
was
was it Jack Palance used to do? Ripley's Believe It or Not.
That was the other really good one too. Yeah. Yeah.
There was like a big 90s fad of world records.
Mhm.
Like those books, I know everyone had them before they were out, but man, when us kids found out about them motherfuckers and they had them on the bookmobile, oh man,
Yep.
you had to get the latest Guinness book, man. I got to see how big the largest shark was.
How long that bitch grow her fingernails out to now?
No, it's a
Excuse me
dude.
for a minute,
It's
guys.
one of-
I'm on the toilet.
Oh, it is a dude. You're right.
Yeah, it's a dude.
How do they wipe? That's what I want to
They have help.
Why does
I
this
would
question
guess.
keep
Or they
coming
use
up?
like a stick
Delicately.
with a rag on the end.
Wait.
Delicately,
Oh, you got-
very carefully.
You guys are still wiping, huh? All right.
You imagine you're walking through
Oh,
the park and a
today.
dog just comes up and grabs
Today.
a hold of your
Today.
fingernails and starts tearing them to shreds.
Oh man!
I'd be so pissed.
All right, it's time for my smoke break.
Break smoke.
Break smoke.
They go all
Perfect.
curly, like curly.
I don't
fries.
even know what time it is. What time is it?
I'll
You're
be
going
back.
so early. This is like an hour and a half earlier than you normally go.
Well, this show.
That means you're gonna have two breaks
It's
tonight.
been a rough,
Oh,
been a rough
it's
evening,
all-
I guess.
It's all relative to the time of the show,
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay.
right there, Captain Golf.
Yeah,
This guy.
relative.
How about this, Ollie? How about you let Neil smoke whenever he wants to smoke?
Neil, I encourage you to smoke whenever you want.
There you go.
Hey, don't tell him
Yeah,
what to
crack
do.
on, mate.
What?
You didn't tell me to. He was encouraging me.
You're not his boss.
I wasn't
Not
giving him
boss-
permission or anything. I was just
Not
telling
boss
him
him. He doesn't need.
if you
Oh,
go,
oh,
want
he's
to
dead.
go.
Oh, so he doesn't have your permission.
I'm dog with a capital G.
It's
Listen,
fine,
Mike,
Neil.
I'm gonna
Ollie
cut
said
you
you're
off.
allowed to go. Ollie said it's okay this time.
This once, Neil.
That's right.
Next time you need to give us a little bit of notice, though, if you're gonna go early like that.
Do you have a
Oh.
note?
I got your notice right here.
I didn't know. I noticed that. Yeah.
Oh, that's why they call it a notice.
A nice manicure, Neil.
Oh, you like that? It's very nice.
Real good.
I did it myself
It puts the frisbee in the basket.
with this thing.
there you go.
It puts the frisbee in the basket.
I just thought that. That's fucking brilliant.
That's so good.
I love it.
Mikey, I'm not being funny or nothing. I didn't mean to dish you. I know you obviously play frisbee golf and you think it's a great
Mikey could take a
sport,
joke.
but
It's okay.
as I say,
It's all right,
I-
Mike.
Mikey
Mikey's,
doesn't play at
Mikey's
all.
okay. He's tough enough. He can
I
handle it.
love Mikey. He's
No,
great. I'm-
no,
He's
I
got
watched
thick skin.
him-
I'm
I watched
deeply
Steve
hurt.
Nails,
I'm deeply hurt.
I know. I am. A big
I know you
fan
don't
of
like
the-
golf.
this. I'm a big fan.
Oh,
of
you can't
this.
play golf and you use the frisbee yes, because you can
Oh,
throw
yeah.
a frisbee. Good on you, mate. If you
So-
want to turn that into a sport,
I could
Well,
never
that would
hit it
never see
right.
in the
though.
Olympics.
I can never
Well,
hit
no,
the
this-
frisbee right.
Hit the
I can
frisbee.
get it. I
Frisbee
can
in
get
the
it balanced on the tee, but I can't fucking hit it right with that stick.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
What
Fuck off,
club do you
sticks.
use?
Fuck off,
I have
Zach.
my
Three
I-
iron.
for my driver. I use a stick. I just use a big stick.
My car's
It's
just
like
like too.
just grab one off a tree at the park or whatever.
There's got to
Yeah.
be at least one tree there. It's gonna have a stick big enough.
Yeah.
And then for my putting, I take my shoe off.
My shoe, yeah, that's what I was
The
going to
shoe?
say. I use that too.
Always the
I
left
just wear
one,
a
right?
boot.
Always the left one, or does it depend on which way the wind's blowing from?
It really depends on the lie, Ollie. It really depends on the lie.
That's why I keep finding all these random shoes everywhere.
I lose.
Before you throw a frisbee, do you have a little chant? Maybe you say.
Well, you're allowed
well,
to
before?
throw your shoe at the opponent's frisbee while it's in the air,
Yes, that's why I always go last.
New rules.
but you're not allowed to recover your shoe.
Yes, you do have to leave that shoe where it falls, where it lies. You have to leave it
You have
where
to
it lies.
play it as it lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a game, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's Quidditch.
Mikey,
If you
play that
catch
video
the
that I just
snitch-
shared.
I'll be watching.
Yeah.
Mikey, play that video I just put in the private chat.
What about if someone catches your shoe as you've thrown it? Are you out the game?
I think you can.
Then you get your shoe
Oh
back.
no, I think you're out. Yeah, I
It
think
depends
you're
on
right.
if you're playing Boston rules or West Coast.
If it's
Boston
Philadelphia
rules,
standard,
West
if
Coast.
someone catches your shoe before it touches the ground,
You're out.
you're out. That's
right.
That's the only fair
Until
way of
someone
putting it, I think.
catches someone else's shoe,
See, that completely changes the dynamic of the game, though.
it does
Oh.
actually. It makes it no more interesting than it was in the first place.
It makes
be honest.
it makes it very top heavy, so that only a couple of players will win. Like we're not even talking about disc golf anymore. We're talking about shoe catching. And that's a
Nope,
totally,
yeah,
that's a totally
You guys are
separate
playing a
sport.
different game.
That's a totally separate sport.
Let's face it. After Monopoly, the world went fucking mad, and they just they're making shit.
I've been
up
saying
just
that.
just for entertainment.
What was the one? But we'll skip Monopoly because that's obviously a shitty answer. But what's the one game, like board game, that you felt like you could always win?
I remember when I was long before I was married and with kids. I played Twister with Naked Twister with two nurses once. And that's a fact.
Well, that
Were they
Did you win?
Were
I'm
they
about to say-
registered nurses or?
We
I
were
said-
very drunk. We were very drunk, and I was happy to lose. I really was.
I mean,
I can
Teabagged
imagine.
by one girl, and the other one is sort of teabagging your junk. It's very satisfactory to lose in that game.
I'm just
It's
saying.
just, it was just. I think
I don't
that
even
was
know
the
where to
inevitable
go.
outcome of the game.
It's all over.
And as I,
I
said,
always would win at Ouija board.
Oh, that's that's what was
is Ouija board a game,
Oh yeah,
or is it
Sold
just
by
a manipulative
Milton Bradley,
stunt
isn't
by
it?
an idiot?
yeah. Milton Bradley makes it. Sold. It's got a barcode. It's for sale.
Well, there's plenty of people that make it. But what's the difference between that and Scrabble?
Not much.
It's pretty much the same.
Your
Yeah,
own
it's
way.
Essentially, it's the
That's
same
essentially
game.
the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like the words, like instead of getting points, it's like how close is the answer to what you needed.
Well, instead of make your own words up, or not make your own words, instead of creating your own words out of a few letters, you've got some idiot creating them for you.
Well, have you ever played? Well, you've got the spirits giving you what letters you get to pick from anyway. But have you ever played Ouija board Pictionary?
No, that's
No.
much
It's
better.
where you draw the picture and see if the Ouija board can guess what you're drawing.
Ah, that's
To
kind
be
of
fair,
neat.
I come out of religion when I was 10 years old. I was expelled from school at 10. I was angry after that, but I didn't have any friends not many friends in my teens.
That's what the Ouija board
To
is.
be included in them sort of games.
So you were looking for a game that you play that you just kicked everybody's butt in? Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Solitaire.
I am undefeated. I am undefeated.
I bought that in Disney World, Florida.
I am undefeated in this game. I've owned it since the early 90s.
I bought that in 1998 in Disney World, Florida, along with Star Wars Monopoly.
Does it have to be a board game, or do card games count?
I thought it was a board game he was looking for. But...
Egyptian rat screw.
Oh my god, I remember that. That like weird solitaire 2-person variant shit. I remember that.
Yeah, it was like a mix between war and slapjack.
Yeah.
But it was better than either game. Involved luck and skill, so it was good.
I remember that.
You could play it with multiple people, but then it gets really cutthroat.
How do we make that in an online version? We have to find a way.
I wonder if there is one, because you could make just whoever clicks on it first.
Right. We gotta talk to someone.
Who knows how to
code.
I've never opened my Star Wars Monopoly I bought in Disney World in Florida. Never opened it. Or the Trivial Pursuit. Because to be fair, I know fuck all about Star Wars. I've just watched them and I think they're ridiculous.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite in Star Wars? Like who's like one of the cooler characters that you like?
If I said Jam Jar Binks, would you get annoyed?
No, we would laugh.
Jam Jar Binks.
I just want to know: do you believe that because you believe in the legend behind Jar Jar Binks that he's actually a hidden Sith Lord? Is that why you like that?
Obviously, in my Star Wars as a child, I would have to say, well, everyone was Luke Skywalker, weren't they? Don't get me wrong, I've seen them all, and even the last three, the last film, the last Jedi, I would call it, with Luke Skywalker in it as an old man, and Mark Hamill as an old man.
I love it.
Extremely disappointing, to be fair.
Oh, you didn't like him?
Oh, they could do so much better job with him. I wish they'd redo.
To be fair, he wasn't such a great character through the other films, was he? He just whinged after Return of the Jedi. He sort of come to his power, but then again, he was just looked after by everyone else. A bit like
it's a hero's journey.
He was like Frodo.
Do you not like anything?
Frodo Baggins.
You can
films of whinging why everyone else looked after him.
Just
try something hard.
Just think about it this way for a second. Put a pause on the Disney movies and just look at the 6 films by Lucas. If you watch them in chronological order, you change the word Star Wars to The Rise and Fall of Anakin Skywalker, and it's just a saga, right? So, that's what it really is.
Yeah.
Right? Because that removes Luke Skywalker from being really the main character. It turns Anakin into really being the main character of the whole thing.
Anakin is the main character of the whole thing.
To be fair, and I've said this before, that probably the most evil antagonist on film is Vader.
I don't think so.
I don't think no, I disagree.
He's not that bad. He's not that bad.
Frankie, you're a frisbee player, so you're going to say Dr. Octopus.
What? Who does he keep calling the frisbee player? Because it's me that plays disc golf.
Yeah, it's Aaron.
I thought we were yes-anding him.
Dr. Octopus then.
But I think the Emperor is 10 times worse than Vader.
Yeah. He is.
Because Vader, I mean, he mostly killed people that were in his own organization that like disappointed him. I guess disappointed him by not killing people.
Well, there was that blowing up a planet thing. That was kind of.
Do you have a military target? Then name the system.
Did he not get killed by Vader?
He did kill all the kids at the Jedi Temple.
The Emperor?
There's that.
Vader killed the Emperor by throwing
if you throw out the Disney stuff, yes.
They had to make us not like him.
A lot more harder, I suppose.
But that doesn't make him more evil.
It made Vader
we got
reality, but it makes Vader a lot more harder.
We got 15 minutes to wrap up this trilogy. We need to make people hate Anakin. How can we do it?
Vader abused a woman in the films, Princess Leia, and we saw it. It was in the film, so it must be true. It's like the Bible.
What?
It's like when these people go on about the Bible.
What did he do?
They say,
Wait,
"Oh, Jesus is great."
hold on.
Well,
Jesus is a criminal.
How do you mean by
It's in
abuse?
the
Because he
Bible.
didn't put
It
his
must
hands
be
on her.
true.
Doug, I don't know if there's a delay or what, but you can't hear us when we like try to get some clarification. Vader did what? Anakin did what to Leia?
I'm
He's
talking
saying
about
he
A New
abused her.
Hope.
Yeah.
The first couple of scenes of A New Hope when Leia programmed R2D2 to go
Oh,
after
right.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, the interrogation bot.
Exactly.
Yeah, they gave her truth serum.
She was treated like shit by Vader.
Truth serum and shocks, torture, yeah, but
Yeah, he
All
didn't
right.
do it.
the way you said abuse, you almost made it sound sexual, so I was
It
wondering.
was abuse.
well, you
He
know,
didn't do it.
the
It
Jabba
was the wrong
the Hutt
treatment of a
scene
woman.
was-
Why would you say
Jabba the
that's
Hutt
not
scene was
abuse?
abuse, yeah.
Why would you say that's not abuse?
I didn't say it wasn't abuse. I was just saying the way you said it, you made it sound a bit different.
I'm saying that's not abuse. That's torture.
Torture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Torture is abuse, though, in a way.
I mean, he doesn't.
Like he was
really
torturing
know it.
his daughter. Think about it that way. He was torturing his
But
daughter.
he didn't.
That's
But he
abuse.
didn't. He didn't know that.
So torture is an abuse, Mikey. Okay, I'll get where you're coming
I
from.
don't think
Torture
it-
is an abuse.
I think.
No,
he
I
was just
get
more
what
or
he's
less-
saying. It's
I
just
think. Yeah, he was just trying to get information out of a military operative, as far as he was concerned. Like,
Yeah,
Jabba the
he was
Hutt,
doing
on the
it
other
fine.
hand, was just getting his jollies.
yeah, I think
Yes,
Jabba's would
yes.
be abuse for sure.
You're talking about a film series that is actually racist. I mean, wasn't the what are they
Racist.
call them little bear people?
Bird people,
The Ewoks.
Bear, the Ewoks.
air people, Ewoks.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Wasn't that war based on from his mind on the Vietnam War?
No,
What?
I think it's
I
make
think there's literature that says it was. I believe there's literature that says it was.
But I still don't get the
Well-
racism part of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna treat it like a
Like-
make believe show.
Yeah.
Little aliens, little teddy bear aliens.
If you
Yeah,
looked at
let's just
settings
take it-
and tried to base settings
And-
or something.
Take
I
it-
don't know.
let's
I mean,
take
I
it
can-
as
I
a
can see
make-believe
it from the
show.
point-
But Mikey, I'm sorry, but Darth Vader abused. What's your version of what you think abuse is towards a woman, whether it's torture or not, is what happened. I mean, he's,
Well, he blew up her planet. That's kind of abusive, but that's more generalized. I think Mikey's point is it's the torture
genocidal, isn't it?
was to extract information.
Stephanie, that's genocidal, isn't it?
Well, of course it is. It's kind of abuse.
So does that make Darth Vader God?
What?
Hey, after a fashion, yeah, blow up this
Well, he
planet,
performed
drown it,
everything.
Noah's flood and all of that. Yeah.
He
Born
had
of a
his-
virgin.
He
Yeah,
had
well, there's
his,
that too.
he had his people in. He had his followers wearing diapers or plastic diapers.
Doc Fearsome in A New Hope, Star Wars 4, when Leia's captured, she's on the Death Star and they're trying to get the location of the hidden rebel base. Vader enters the cell that she's in, followed by a black floating round droid. And the droid is an interrogation droid.
Thank you.
So
And I agree
the
with
door
everything
closes and you don't
Dr.
see it,
Ian
but it's
says.
implied.
That guy is fucking awesome. I've watched him for years, and everything he says is fucking brilliant.
So to keep it fair, I Googled myself. So abuse, a good Google, an applicable definition is to treat with cruelty or violence, especially regularly or repeatedly. Riders who abuse their horses should be prosecuted, and that's abuse. And then for torture, what I have here, the action or practice of inflicting severe pain or suffering on someone as a punishment or in order to force them to do or say something. The torture of political prisoners. So we're both right. So everybody.
Well, it's just, I was just going to say, Mikey. So if If
Well,
a
the way
Catholic
you
priest
worded it,
comes to
though,
you
dog.
and beat you up, would you not call that abuse because it wasn't regular?
Well, the way you worded it kind of gave the implication that you were talking about something a little more personal than just like
No,
interrogating
not
a
at
prisoner.
all. Abuse is abuse, regardless of what it is. And we're talking Star Wars. We're talking. You know, the mind of a fucking tit. Anyway,
Let's not forget that's his daughter.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that though.
exactly. And
He
we're
does
talking. He does
too.
know it. And we're talking abuse, and this
He
is
doesn't
abuse.
know that.
How does he not know that?
He doesn't even know that.
I'm not looking at it as a fandom type
Yeah.
of
He doesn't know.
fandom point of view.
He
because
doesn't realize he has a
either
daughter
like-
until the third movie.
Either like Star Wars or you
Yeah.
don't, or you find it ridiculous. I've watched it. I've said my opinions on the rest of it, including the Mandalorian, which is
Well,
the
let
same
me-
fucking
let me-
thing.
Mandalorian's
Every
amazing.
fucking
You're
week.
wrong.
It's
Let me ask-
everything. Since Star Wars became Disney, let's say canon, and I did actually put the fingers in the air as quotation marks, even though I'm fucking online.
I hate to say it.
Ridiculous,
I hate to say it.
ridiculous.
I
Everyone
agree
loves
with
the
one
protagonist.
tiny
Everyone
little
loves
part
the
of what dog's saying.
Okay, what is it?
They're flogging Grogu to death. They're using him too much.
Oh, leave him alone.
I was actually looking forward to this new season, maybe having less of Grogu, but they brought him right back in, right? So he's there again. So
You know, you look through all them 6 films, regardless of what order they put them in, they're full of racism and hatred and war and shit and conflict. That's all it is. It's just, but obviously,
Neil.
I get that. I get,
Well,
in anything, there's always an antagonist and protagonist, and obviously there's a group of protagonists but don't forget, you got to look at it this way: Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Leia, they were the rebellion. The Alliance were the people that were trying to make the fucking universe good. The people they were fascist. All they were, Luke Skywalker, wherever, they were fascists. They were just Luke Skywalker was basically Jesus Christ on film. He was a fascist. He went against the ruling of the universe. I mean, that's all the galaxy.
Luke Skywalker
A
was
galaxy.
one of the universe.
By the way, I must say it was a galaxy far, far away a long time ago.
Can I ask you a question, Doug?
Never know in the past.
Doug, can I ask you a quick question?
Go on.
What the absolute fuck are you talking about? I don't know.
The same
We don't
thing
have to.
it's like talking to a pinball.
Star
same
Wars.
thing that Star Wars talks about.
You said Luke
What
Skywalker's
the
a
actual-
fascist.
what the-
You said
what the-
How
Luke
is-
Skywalker's a fascist because he was taking on the Empire.
Yeah,
That doesn't
why
make
not?
any sense.
The Empire was the law.
The Empire was the is the fascists.
No,
He's-
the Empire.
yeah.
The Empire was the law.
Yeah.
They
The
owned
law
planet.
is not the opposite of fascist. What do you think fascist means? Maybe that's where we're getting mixed up.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What does fascist mean? That's against what the rules are. Rules are against whoever.
That's an anarchist, not a fascist.
yeah.
You gotta- you
I
gotta-
gotta say, I
Yeah.
gotta say that the laws in Germany against the Jews were laws too. They were kind of the.
Yeah,
you look up fascism in the
the Empire
dictionary.
is
There's a picture of
Nazis, yeah.
Hitler. I mean,
Yeah, but
the Empire is fascist.
So does that not make the UN
The Jedi's.
that makes the UN fascist because they're against what
No.
Hitler
That-
went.
No, that's
No,
not
no,
what
no, no,
fascism means. That is
I
not
know
what
what fascism
fascism
means. That's what
No,
I'm
you
saying.
you
These-
don't
they
seem
were
we're
to.
trying to understand this. Don't you
It's it. The
stop.
clues in the name, Stags. They were the rebellion.
Yeah, but you don't
Yeah.
seem
Right.
to have
Well,
the
the
correct
rebellion-
definition of
And the
fascism.
French resistance to the Nazi was known as Nazis was known as the resistance.
The Roman times. The Roman were the
But that's
empire,
not what. But
and
what you're
the
saying
British were the
fascism means isn't what
rebellion.
fascism means.
I know what fascism means.
I don't think so.
Sweet.
I'm not stupid.
Uh-oh, Sweet's here.
Hi, sweet.
We're gonna
Okay.
get an education on
Hi,
what
Sweet.
fascism means.
What the hell did I just
Sweet.
walk into?
You walked into something very odd.
Could
Who
not
is
be going better.
who is confused on the definition of palingenetic nationalism?
What?
I think he's trying to,
Nationalism. Thank you so much.
I think he's
Are you-
trying to
Oh,
communicate.
Stabs, are you saying that Luke Skywalker wasn't right winged? He was
I-
X-winged, of course, but you're not saying he was right winged in
He
his
was.
views.
Hold on.
I
he
What's
was
the
don't
other-
red-
I
have
forget who-
any
I forget who the
idea
other
about
guy-
that.
I forget who
Hold
the
on.
wingman
Hold
was.
on. Hold on. He might have a point here. He was red 5 standing by.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't know what Luke's personal politics were or not. Like he was
He
just
picked
in the
Red
rebellion.
He
If you made
picked
him
Red
the emperor, he may have been a fascist as well. But
Follow me on this one. Luke was restarting an organization that was known for kidnapping children and indoctrinating them into a new system.
there you go.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no huge fan of the Jedi Order either, so maybe
No,
they
got
were
some
all
weird
right
ideas,
wing.
too.
But the rebellion isn't fascist. That's not what fascism means.
No.
No, the rebellion was definitely not
Well,
fascist.
maybe they were more
The Empire was.
anarchists. Let's say. Let's say
Yes,
they were
the Empire
anarchists.
was.
Is that was that?
I mean,
the
that would
Empire was fascist because if you get into the lore, they were definitely biased towards. It was more than bias. I don't know how to describe it, but
They were
humans were the only ones.
anti-alien.
Humans were the only ones that had value in the Empire system,
They were
Humans.
anti-alien.
and like for somebody like Admiral Thrawn to ascend like he did was so rare.
Yeah.
Still's in the chat. I love Still. He's a quality guy.
What the fuck? What are you guys spawning?
Neil!
All of a sudden, we have a Sweden here now.
Sweet.
Irish Swede though.
Let's say that. All right. Let's say that it doesn't matter what I say. Either they're fascists or they're anarchists. It was one against the other, wasn't it?
No, it's the rebellion was not anarchist either.
Yeah. I mean, that's way more accurate than saying they were fascist. You're on the right, sort of.
What,
At least you're
what
not
were
getting
they?
the word
You're on the
entirely
right track.
wrong.
Were they
Yeah.
socialists, communists? Were they? What
They were a rebellion. That's
They were a
mainly what they
rebellion.
were.
No,
They
the rebellion
were,
was obviously Luke Skywalker. And
They
why
were
are we even
Republican.
arguing about this bollocks?
Yeah,
Why
they
are we
wanted to.
talking about
Yeah,
this
they
as if
wanted
it's
to
some sort of
reinstate the
issue?
republic.
It's fucking Star Wars. It's all bollocks. I've seen The Mandalorian, which sort of, I saw Disney's version of Star Wars, which basically just,
It's
well, I have to
amazing.
admit, even
so good.
the
It's
first
so
film
amazing.
of
So
Star
much
Wars
good.
It's so
Everything
awesome.
Star Wars is
Just-
fun and good.
made it stupid. Yeah, it's fun.
I'd rather watch every Star Wars movie ever all over again 2 times than Game of Thrones once.
Well, Star Wars to me is where
I
the
like
bad
watching
guys
both of them,
win.
but I'd rather watch the Star Wars ones, yes.
I've never seen Game of Thrones, so I don't even know if it's good or not.
Game
I'm
of
just
Thrones
talking
up till
shit.
season
I've never seen
season
any of
5.
those.
Yeah, Game of Thrones was
I went,
really
Mikey,
good in
I've
the
not,
first
I've not
half.
seen Game of Thrones.
I watched one episode and there wasn't even nearly as much nudity as people had told me
Nice.
there was going to be. And I
You
was
know,
like,
What's that?
this
That sounds like a disappointment right there.
is-
Oh, where'd it go?
I only watched Harry Potter because my daughter's mad into that. I think she fancies really, but
It's fun.
Mikey, you're gone.
he's-
Your mic's
she's
quiet.
22 now, so
It's because he's not next to it.
Because he's away from it.
Should have picked him up.
Well, no, I
Inverse
actually
square
have.
law.
There.
No, I actually
Now
have
you're
my.
on.
I know. I actually have my settings correct, so when I'm not in front of my mic, it doesn't pick up my mic.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, unlike somebody, Ollie man. But look
What?
at this thing.
Does mine not do that if I go over here? Did I not get quiet?
so politically,
So I got an
Mikey?
answer for you guys on the difference between, like a legit one here. This says the Rebel Alliance is at first a loose clandestine organization of peoples being oppressed by the Empire. It includes many systems, particularly those of alien species, non-humans. But humans still dominate most positions of power for the most part.
Isn't that
And
an atheistic point with religion?
hang on, the Galactic Empire is a more consolidated power than the Old Republic. It has stricter rules and regulations and the power to enforce them.
Yep.
The Galactic Senate is dissolved in episode 4, leaving regional governance and regional governors, or people who would administrate on behalf of the Empire, or two small groups or systems. So there you go.
I can't believe you're reading this, Neil. It's fucking law. That's what it is. It's fucking Star Wars. It's a film.
Oh, sure, for sure. But it does have a storyline, and you kind of want to know.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Absolutely. Who's the bad guy in this?
It's
then?
canon. That's sweet, dude.
It's how you look at things. A lot of people didn't see Hitler, but he obviously was.
I think I'm gonna just leave.
Is Darth Vader Hitler?
Palpatine.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, Palpatine.
Your green screen looks all fuzzy and weird in spots.
Yeah,
the
Mandalorian is messing with your messing with your back.
The Mandalorian is just dragging that shit out. As far as I'm concerned,
hey, guess what? They're gonna make more of it,
baby.
baby. Get ready for season 3, baby.
I'm ready.
Season 3,
I hope it's better than
be
Boba
alright.
Fett, though.
Oh, it's gonna
Boba Fett was disappointing in spots.
Isn't
yes,
Ahsoka getting her own show?
Nothing really happened. Like,
Yes.
you could have took the whole story of Boba Fett out and just skipped the part at the end of Mandalorian where Luke picks up Grogu, and you're right back where you started with no difference.
I don't understand why Luke picked up Grogu.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? There was like
from a storytelling perspective, that was a complete dead end. Like, what the fuck?
It's like suddenly it's gone back the other way.
He's trained.
Like
He trained him.
What for
It
a
would be
week?
cooler to just see him naturally knock out giant monsters.
For a week.
I think it was long. I think it was longer than
for a week. And then he gave him a choice. That's another thing too. Then he gave him a choice. You can either have the lightsaber or you can have the armor. What is fucking Luke a Sith now all of a sudden? Because only Siths deal in absolutes.
Right. And also, why is this baby gonna not?
What the fuck?
The baby has no motivation to choose the lightsaber at all. Like, you didn't give Grogu a reason to think that he shouldn't go back.
I do like that line in The Big Bang Theory where Wolowitz said they were going to watch the new version of Star Wars, the new Star Wars, yeah, what they had, and he said, Sheldon Cooper was getting into things with. I don't know what he was getting involved with, but he said, "Hurry up before George Lucas changes it again." I did like it. I thought that was brilliant. And it is changed. How many? The first 3 films must have had 15 renditions of it on video. Never mind DVD. Before DVD came out, there was the gold version. There was the extended version.
Yeah, but most of those were just refinements of how well it looked because they kept coming out with better technology to produce
money. That's all it was. It was all money. Oh. I mean, George Lucas is the Pope of films. All about the cash.
Oh, and we're back.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On what lasted.
Well, I'm just telling you what reality is like. This is what people like. This I mean, only a couple of days ago, an African prince has said, "I've won 129 billion, not million, or 100,000, 129 billion pounds." On the International Postcode Lottery.
Can I borrow some?
And it actually came through in letter form. It wasn't on the email, it was in a letter. And I thought, well, first of all, you have to do the International Postcode Lottery to even get involved in it. But I got... So maybe
I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
We have a postcode lottery here in the UK where you pay.
What is that? What is that?
Yeah, how does that work?
You know your zip codes.
Yes.
Right. We call them postcodes. So wherever you live.
Postcodes in Canada too.
maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 houses on your street or road or avenue or wherever has the same postcode, but it has a different number. Like your zip code will be all I know is Beverly Hills 902.
90210.
That's quite sad, really, to know that.
Just throw 5 numbers out, you'll probably hit one of them.
But you call them zip codes, we call them postcodes. So it's basically your code of where you live. And it only relates to a couple of houses next door, this and that. Where I live, it's a small village, so we basically have our own. I think there's 3 people on my lane that has the same postcode.
Are you like the woodsman guy from all the fairy tales? Like you live out.
Also, I live in the middle of nowhere. I really do. I mean,
okay,
I'm with it so far.
But we have the national lottery, as every country in the world has a national lottery or has a lottery of some sort.
Oh yeah.
We still have the Euro lottery, which is the same, but it spans across Europe. It's still you tit. Anyway, it's still digging me out in it. I do love them, but we have a national health lottery, which is basically all proceedings goes to the national health. And we have a postcode lottery, which is basically picked on your on where you live, on your postcode. But I never heard of an international, or let's say an international zip code lottery, which is drawn in Madrid and Spain, apparently. But I won £129 billion on it only a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, what I'm doing on here, not sailing about the planet on my super yacht.
Right. I mean, like, how many spaceships have you bought this week?
I've sort of just gone on what things I need at the moment, which is
right,
which is booze.
I think you've had enough of that tonight.
And I'll move up to flash cars and super yachts and space.
Oh, what's your dream
car? Hey,
car?
why don't you go and buy Twitter? That would be great.
Yeah, that sounds like enough to buy Twitter at this point.
Yeah, you buy Twitter.
It could be, but who would want to buy that shit show? But at the end of the day, the letter had
good point.
Valid.
The letter had a stamp, African stamp on it.
What? Wait, what? I missed something.
Well, the letter was delivered from Africa. Where in Africa, I don't know. I haven't really. It did say it was from Africa.
What, Twitter?
I'm guessing they're stepping it up because it was only a couple of weeks before that an African prince contacted me over the email and said,
Jesus, here we go.
Oh, my Nigerian cousin.
Why didn't I see this coming?
African prince, like Prince of Africa?
Yeah.
He was a prince in one of the...
Are you talking about my Nigerian cousin? Yeah, he's totally legit.
Yeah.
Send that shit right through.
What are you saying?
Give him the address again, mate.
I just give him my bank details and thought, well,
there you
I'm going to get 3 million euros in gold delivered to me. I'm still waiting.
He's just trying. It's
any day now.
Yes, or the Amazon guy is going to deliver it because that shit's going to be empty. 3 million.
He can't open an account with all the money he has. It's too much. So he needs somebody to send him just $5,000 to get that premium level account open, and then he can put all of his money in that, and then he can pay you like hundreds of times over. You would be so grateful.
To be fair, if I said it to a theist, they would say exactly the same thing.
Hey, they'll give
And
Dear
if I said-
Nigerian, dear
if I
Nigerian
said to the
prince.
same theist that God's going to deliver you into the kingdom of heaven, he'd call me a prick.
I can't wait.
Walk away.
Dear Nigerian prince, send me your bank details and I'll get the money myself.
Yeah, I'll
That's
deposit.
it.
it.
God, now you've hit it here first. God is a Nigerian prince.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Well, it's a
Figured it out.
Nigerian prince of peace. There you go.
That's going to
Says so
deliver
in the
you
Bible.
gold for money. Obviously, you have to give him money to receive the gold, because that's what I have to do. That's what you have to do. Even with 129 billion pounds. I mean, that's just a ridiculous amount to start off with. But
Yeah, I could have
for
some
them
fun
to
with
send it, must have thought I was like the shit on the planet Earth. That I've won 129 billion pounds.
There's this rich guy in Nigeria. There's this rich guy in Nigeria with a pile of gold going, I don't know what to do, man. I've emailed everyone in America. Nobody will help me out.
Literally
And
no
nobody will
one.
help me out. I don't understand.
129 billion. When
I'm
you
offering
see
them billions of dollars and they still won't help.
As a
when you
joke,
see
I
euro
offered
and-
one guy
and
$1 million,
international, you think-
and he said no.
But when you see 129 million, you might think, hang on, well, I know there's people who've won like 150 million on the Euro lottery and things like that, and they have done. But when you see 129 billion on the international postcode lottery, then you think, yeah. Well, first of all, I didn't even look at it, but I thought, you got to do the fucking thing first. I don't even do the lottery, any lottery. I think I win every week by not doing it, but maybe that's just my nan,
See,
God bless me. My
They
nan
want to
used
catch stupid people, though. That's why their scams are so. It seems like nobody would ever fall for them
Oh wait, those are scams.
because they want to catch. Like they don't.
people fall for him, and
If
that's
people
the reason
if
why
people
they
fall
do
for
it.
the initial email, then they're way more likely
Well,
to fall for the
Well,
rest.
we're right back at religion, aren't we? With these faith healers, you get these actors that come on and say, "Oh, I can't."
Well, that's another racket.
And then
but-
you go, "Oh, demons out," and off they go, and people fucking pile onto them collection plates. So it's what it's
Hey.
all about, your money. I can.
Hey, you got Dr. Oz running for a Senate seat in Pennsylvania. So there you go.
Oh fuck! I feel so bad for you guys down there, man.
I'm sorry. It is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
It's fun to
Neil?
watch, though, from a Canadian perspective.
Hey,
I gotta tell you.
From
Neil-
afar, yes.
Neil, I never thought I'd have to say this. Release the Cobra chickens.
It's that
They got
thing
them all
about
penned up out in the back.
the sad thing about I find about America is like you can't be involved in politics in America. You need no qualifications
Why they keep making them?
whatsoever just to believe
Yeah.
in God. Because most politicians around the world, I've done some sort of university degree in politics. You know, you got your likes of them, Marjorie Taylor Greene and whatnot. Nothing.
Those are the vast minority, though. Most people in politics are lawyers.
Yeah.
As long as you believe in God, you
They're
get
just getting all the
followed in
screen
American
time right now.
politics. That's
Or
part of
as long as
statistics.
you publicly
So
profess that you
I'm not
believe
saying
in God.
that if you didn't believe in God, you would never come president, and that's a fact.
Well, no, that's not true. You just have to say you believe in God. You don't actually have to.
Yeah, but that's just
Yeah, you just have to pretend, put up a good act. You know?
Oh, well, that makes a whole lot of difference, doesn't it? That,
It does
that
make a
religion
whole lot of difference.
isn't involved in politics at all. Just lying that you believe in God to become president. Religion is so deep in politics worldwide. I'm not saying America.
Dude, let me ask
Everywhere.
you something.
It's
Do you
dreadful.
honestly believe that Donald Trump has any deep faith in anything other than Donald J. Trump?
Absolutely not. That guy's an orange.
Well, that's
idiot.
my point. It was like, guy
I mean-
doesn't believe in God. I mean,
Well,
it's like,
he did love the fact that when he was equated to being Jesus's brother.
Pretty sure he
or-
believed he
or
was
God's
God.
second-
Yeah, well, it's
That was just-
exactly. There you go.
That was just
That's-
incredible.
There's a smaller
That was a-
difference there.
That was so cringing that I don't know, I want to throw up again. I think that guy was just that's the guy's epitomizes. He did nothing. He tried to destabilize the Middle East so badly because the thing is, only world leaders who create war or involved in war or remember Eisenhower, Churchill, and Thatcher. They're the people that
Good for the economy.
Well, it's good for being remembered. Hitler. Who remembers Hitler?
Not me.
I do. That was the
You'll be
World War II
remembered-
guy, right?
No, that was
He'll-
World War One.
He'll be remembered a lot longer than Trump will be because of war.
Oh.
Not sure.
They're both going to be remembered, and that's a shame in and of itself.
This is exactly, and this is the sad thing about politics. You'll only be remembered by doing something significant, i.e., war or curing. Being involved in
both sides of the
curing
spectrum.
element. Trump tried both. He tried to cause war by destabilizing the Middle East, even moving troops out of Germany so that Turkey can move on Syria. Disgusting. And by propping up Israel, and he tried to promote that he cured COVID, and he fucking didn't. He's a wanga. That guy, that's why he's going to be running for 2024. I've been speaking to the candidate of 2024 on Twitter. His name is Yah Hughes. And he is the most illiterate, ignorant person I've ever spoken. But I've ever spoken to I'm going to say in written language. I've never spoken to him in spoken language. But he says he's representing the people. Google him. You'll use. And have a look at his first page and just pick out grammar errors. He said he started his presidency run from his living room. I don't think he's left his living room, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly, Faye. Block and mute the bastards.
Yah Hughes, J-A Hughes, for president, 2024. He's running, believe it or not.
Who, Trump is?
No, Jar Hughes. Or Yah Hughes. J-A Hughes. Basically, he's as stupid as Yah Binks.
How dare you?
Never even heard of the
The
guy.
senator from Naboo. Oh man, got a title. You put some respect.
Thank you for taking me out of my fucking madness. That's the thing about me. I don't put up with bullshit. And I say how it is. And I get in such a state that I get annoying. And it annoys me. And I'm annoying. I spoke to a guy. I mentioned it on Twitter a few weeks ago. I spoke to a guy in a pub who introduced himself. He's new to the village, and he says, "Oh, my name. I'm not going to mention his name. He said, "My name's Steve. I'm a born again Christian." Who would introduce themselves as that?
I'd be like, "Well, who gave birth to you the second time?"
Well, this is it. I'm just
I want to shake her hand.
Why don't you just say my name is Steve and be done with it? But he says I'm a born again Christian. That's just that's just provocative to me. And I said, yeah, my name's Don. I'm an active atheist. He says, oh, you atheists won't bother me. Yeah, I'm each to their own.
Good. Don't bother me either.
It took less than one drink for him to walk out and calm down with my question. One drink. He didn't even finish his drink. He walked out. He come back and he said, oh, we won't talk about religion no more. I said, yeah, you best not. Go home, you prick. You know nothing about religion. Because they don't. They never do. They just talk about what they believe, not what it's about. And it's
there's a great lyric of a song by James McMurtry. The story is about a guy and his wife who have a big fight, and the guy goes out and gets all pissed and the kids are their two kids are watching this whole thing, and the chorus of the song is, as soon as I get my hand, the mom is saying, as soon as I get my hands on him, he's gonna wish he'd never been born again.
Stephanie.
Yes.
And it's fact in that. I was going to say this earlier on the stream, on the actual stream, where I believe, well, I grew up in this, that belief is a personal thing. And as a child, we used to talk to each other in my Catholic school, and we all had difference of opinions of what God is and how things were in the world and how things happened. And I can understand why there's millions of different fucking branches of this nonsense, because I've always, and I still stick with the fact that religion is a personal journey for yourself, and it always will be. Because even as a child, as I say, we were discussing differences. Even as a child, and I'm talking about, I was expelled at 10. That's my hatred of the church. But
you didn't learn your catechism or something?
Huh?
You didn't learn your catechism good enough?
Learn all of that. Learns all of it. But
what's a catechism?
Well, to be fair,
it's when you have 3 cats.
And they get into a big fight.
No, it isn't. It's when the world ends.
No, a catechism is what it's like a question and answer thing that you're supposed to memorize the answers to.
Oh, gotcha.
It's kind of like, why is tonight like unlike any other night, that kind of thing, to relate it to a Judaism sort of thing. But there's a whole, there are pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of them.
There's a lot, and Stephanie's right. It is, it's just questions of answers on your principles of what you think the Catholic Church is, on the teaching, the ideology, the dogma, the tenet, and the beliefs and principles and the canons, and it's all questions and things like that. And yeah, I went through all that, but at the age of 10, I was excluded from all of that. I didn't even get to confess. I didn't get confirmed, and it drove me into a juvenile stupor. Let's say that is still affecting me. Although I'm an active atheist, I still look back on that time and the abuse and whatnot, and I thought we got over this.
Yeah, fortunately, I escaped catechism because my tradition was Methodist and liberal, social gospel Methodist tradition at that. So I escaped all that shit. You still had to learn. You still had to learn your Bible stuff.
I did
the Old Testament stuff.
When I learned catechism was as a child, there was less everything. Less tobacco, and less this and that.
Did you guys hear about that cop?
I started smoking when I left school.
Did you guys hear about that cop that gave a woman a baptism on the side of the road instead of giving?
Are you fucking kidding me?
And then she tried to sue him.
Yeah.
Well, she was going to sue him, and the judge said, "Yeah, you can sue him," and they just found her dead.
Oh, they will.
What?
Oh, fuck me.
We went on about this earlier in my deconversion story. We went on about what the 20 priests and bishops from Argentina, from Chile, the Chilean priests and bishops, they actually came forward and said, we're involved in this sexual and this paedophilic ring of the Vatican. And let me tell you that Pope Francis, he's the head of this. He's involved in more, and they died unexpectedly. And Neil, as I said to you about in British Columbia, these people who believe to be, these children believe to be 50,000.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier.
Yeah, in Ireland, they said the Magdalene sisters on that land, on one laundrette alone, and these laundrettes were worldwide, but it's mainly they push it on Ireland as a point because they were the first people to come out in the 70s about the abuse there. Oh, they abuse them so badly that they become institutionalized. And guess who run the institutions, the mental institutions that looked after them after that?
Air linked the story to that thing where that cop forced that woman into a roadside baptism. I haven't even heard this whole story yet. I just got the headlines, but this is from 2019. But this doesn't mention her being found dead. I think that's recent that she was found dead. I'm not sure how long ago it was, but
where'd you link that, Stags?
It's in the chat.
All right.
Air linked it in the chat. I can link it in the private chat too if you want.
Well, the Catholic Church has terrorized Jews and Muslims.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
For hundreds of years, and they still do. Anything done by Boniface the VIII and the 9th is just wrong. They as I said earlier, they burnt William Tyndale just addressing the church. Joan of Arc, they burnt her because she's dressed like a man. And
oh yeah, she was also kicking the English's ass. So
yes,
yeah,
probably more to the point,
If you got the money, you can buy your way out of purgatory, or reduce your sentence in purgatory.
I have a question.
Even according to the Catholics, we're all born with sin.
Yeah.
I have a question. Real quick, guys. I have a question. I'm trying to think of. I have a joke brewing here. So, there's director, producer, executive producer. What are some more movie titles? I got what's the
Best Boy?
Yeah. Okay.
Key Grip.
Key Grip. Yeah, I put Head Grip. That's not right. It's Key Grip.
Key Grip. Best Boy. I like that one.
And I just Googled Chandel Marie Riley dead, and the news articles are all from today. So yeah, she was just found dead today or yesterday.
If you can make a film of the Pope and the Church, I would call it Silence of the Lambs, where the Pope plays Hannibal Lecter. As simple as that.
Yeah, that's really not the right speed for this crew, man. Really, really bumming us out here. What other? You said Best Boy, Key Grip. What other stuff? Gaffer, is that a thing?
Oh yeah, Gaffer. Yeah, that's a thing. Gaffer.
Chief Gaffer. What's who's the top Gaffer?
Manager
Gaffer.
I don't know.
Gaffer.
Executive Gaffer.
Executive. Yes, that's funny. Executive Gaffer. That'll be me for sure. What else y'all got? Neil, what's some of those obscure movie jobs you can think of? Best Gaffer Boy. There you go. Head Gaffer. Head Grip.
There's a lot of them. But you mean
is there a name for the person who's responsible for continuity?
The director,
editor, director. Director of photography and director of continuity. Yes. Yes. That's funny.
It's continuity is really kind of key. I love the scenes that are like, somebody missed something here.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
It really takes you out of the movie sometimes too. It could be something as simple as like that glass is full in this shot, but empty in this shot.
Or in Game of Thrones, there's a Starbucks cup.
Yeah.
Not
That's
anymore.
awesome.
They took it out. They fixed it. They went back and they took it out. I went back to go watching it. It was gone already. I was like, why didn't I know about this sooner?
Yeah, Sophie Turner had her Starbucks cup on the head table.
That's so funny.
The big wooden table with the swords aligned next to it.
That's so funny. God damn it. What a clown show. What a $1 million dragon show. Right?
Thank you, Von Rick. Thank you so much.
The best way to
I don't go to the movies.
If you want to go back to popes of history and as antagonists, though, we can talk about there's many popes.
I don't know if we do.
We don't need to talk about any more fucking popes.
No, please.
Fuck the motherfucking. Fuck the motherfucker. Fuck the motherfucker. Fuck the motherfucking pope.
We want to, hey, dog. Like I swear, dude. Everyone just wants to get to know you, man. Like,
that's my history.
Well, I think we can safely say he doesn't like the popes.
Yeah, like we get it, dude.
Neither is Tim Minchin. It's like
we're on your team.
None of us do.
I don't like the popes. There's a full, even the popes, even the church.
Hey, dog.
Make a video, dude. Make a video about it. We'll all watch it.
My video is going to be the gospel according to doG, where the Bible cannot be manipulated or interpreted in other than what it is. It will still say the same phrases as it does, but no one can interpret it, no one can manipulate it, and no one can fucking trick others into believing.
No
challenge accepted.
Just make an NFT out of it, and then there's no guessing, you're set for life. You're all good.
I'm guessing in 200 years, the gospel will be taught according to doG will be fucking rewritten by another religion. And then it'll be rewritten and copied and rewritten again by other people.
Hey, dog.
Ever read a Canticle for Leibowitz?
Hey, dog.
Hello.
Hey, dog.
Yeah, Mikey, I'm listening, man. Crack on.
Okay. Can we be friends? I want to be friends with you. I want to hang out and like talk with you and talk about like fun stuff and be friends with you. Can we do that?
Oh, mate, I'm good with fun stuff.
All right. So like, all right. I always ask people this.
Let's just go.
Like, when people are, hold on, wait.
Let's just first be golf.
Wait, no. We're almost there. So, I always ask everyone who's like new to the community or like new to coming on this show, if you get 2 tickets and use of my time machine, which concert are you going to?
Pink Floyd.
Ooh.
Good choice.
Yeah, I was about to say Stax is like,
I've seen
everybody likes Pink Floyd, dude.
I've seen a lot of bands. I'm a big music aficionado. I've seen Floyd, Stones.
Where'd you
see the
Floyd?
Beatles. When Pink Floyd did the initial Pulse concert, that was the most disappointing bit. I saw Floyd in Venice. I've seen him in Paris. I've seen Dire Straits is probably on a par with Pink Floyd, although it's a country band. I know Mark Knopfler, you think. Everyone said, he's not country. What does Mark Knopfler do now? Yeah. He writes country songs. He's always been country. You can tell that in his music, but he's just a fucking awesomest guitarist on planet Earth. But yeah, I think I would like to go back to Floyd when they did. I've got a live LP of it. Well, the original Floyd, not the Roger Waters Floyd, when they did The Wall live in Earl's Court. Now I was in Earl's Court when the Dave Gilmour Floyd I was on their opening night. I was in actually me. And
They
my
were
wife,
both in that edition of Floyd.
we were sitting in
He
the
was talking
stands.
about
It
who's
collapsed. We were sitting in the
headlining.
stands, so they collapsed. Fortunately, we weren't injured. And Harvey Goldstein, who's the promoter of the gig, he said, "Oh, we'll give you your money back." I said, "Well, no, I don't want money. That was Floyd." We got the band put about, I think it was about 2 or 3 extra nights on, and we weren't sitting at the back anymore. We were virtually at the front, and we were sitting just behind. Do you guys know snooker?
Oh, your weird
Yeah,
pool.
snooker.
Weird
Snooker,
pool.
Yeah.
The world champion at the time was Stephen Henry.
No, it was me.
Spotty, the spotty Scottish guy. He was good at the game. It's never interesting.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I was the year before.
I think it's dull, but he was sitting in front of me with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend was like super hot. I mean, the mistress said, "Stop." The wife said to me, "Stop looking at her." I said, "I can't." She's fucking beautiful, and he's the ugliest Scottish guy you ever seen in your life. He had spots, and he was horrible. A guy came up to him, and we were sitting there behind him, and bear in mind the whole of our course just smelled of weed. I mean, everyone was smoking joints and
Terrible.
and it was 98. They were the days that you could smoke in something. 2007, the smoking ban came in the UK.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But some guy came up with a £10 note and said, "Can you sign this? I've got no paper. Can you sign this for me?" And Stephen Henry told him to fuck off. And I thought, yeah, you're. And I told him, I said, "Stephen Henry, I didn't say so. I said, I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, you're fucking wrong, man. Multi-millionaire from a fucking stupid game like snooker. You got telling people to fuck off." I doubt he's got. Well, you saw him. I doubt any snooker player's got fucking rings with females and fans chasing them about the streets like the Beatles. I highly doubt that would ever happen. And I still enjoyed the gig though. I mean, when they did one of these days, and the flames come out the stage, I mean, fucking hell, them first 10 rows, you had to look away. That was just burning the hair off you. And how Gilmore stood there and put up with that. I mean, hats off to that. That was red hot. Them flames that come out the stage. They were ridiculously hot. But Pink Floyd. But if I had to go back in time, I'm not a big Beatles fan.
Wait, are you still answering the question?
But I would still.
Yes.
I would probably do it. I would probably go and see the Beatles.
I thought you said Pink Floyd.
Well, yeah, but that's.
Well, no,
did you actually see the Beatles?
I would go and see the gig that I did, but if it was a gig I didn't do, it'd probably be the Beatles or
I see what you're saying.
I like Elvis.
I think the point of the question is to go back and see something that you hadn't seen.
Well, it would probably be
In my mind.
it would either be the Beatles or Elvis. Then. I mean the John Lennon Beatles.
Chuck Berry.
Fuck yeah, Chuck Berry.
I saw Chuck Berry.
What?
No shit.
Where'd you see him?
Boston Music Hall.
Ooh, Chuck Berry in Boston. Was it cold out?
You want to know who he opened for?
Who?
Grateful Dead.
The Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead? Oh, okay. Like
Grateful
it cut
Dead.
out for me. I was like,
Yeah, it cut out.
I was like, what did she say?
No, he opened for the Grateful Dead. It was awesome.
Wow.
It was a great show. It really was. I think if there were a band I would have liked to have seen, the Replacements, I would have liked to have seen when those guys were cranking. I saw a lot of good live music over in the course of time, but I would have liked to have seen Paul Westerberg ripping it up on a guitar.
I
Yeah, I
did
didn't-
see Neil. I did see Geno Washington's final gig.
Really?
Yeah, he did it right. He did it in my local town, which was his first gig. Years and years before I well. not
Oh, I was
before
going to say,
before.
so that was his first and last gig, all in one.
He did
place?
his first gig in my local town, where it became, Knock on Wood and all that nonsense that he wrote. Well, I'm just saying nonsense. They were great songs, but I saw him and he let me play harmonica because at that time I played guitar and harmonica and lead sang in a band. Well, I still do, but we just haven't done anything.
What kind of guitar
good.
do you have?
We haven't done anything good or anything that's made us significant.
Got a
to be
guitar.
fair. Yeah. Oh, I'll agree with shit.
A God guitar? What are you talking about?
It's our friends. We get together and we practice every week, and we get the odd gig, and people.
Oh, yeah, that's
say,
cool.
Yeah, shit. We get mediocre. We're not that great. I know. I understand that, but it's fun. That's what it
That's
is.
the whole
isn't it?
point of it,
Like,
is to have fun. I love
Yeah.
going and performing. It's a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, he did. I am not bad on the harmonica, to be fair. I'm bad on the guitar. The singing's all right. But I can muddle through a
So
song.
move over here, dog. You can be my backup singer and play harmonica.
I could be. I'd be a rock and roll legend. I should go
Challenging,
there
sir.
and crack it. I would be Britney Spears in jeans and a t-shirt.
What?
Over there.
The fuck? That came out of left field.
Well, I'm just saying. How bad,
I have questions.
I mean,
Yeah.
you give us P. Diddy. You give us P. Diddy. Well,
That's-
I can't say you did, Neil.
I can't give it to
You're
you.
Canadian. But let's not go down that route of Canadian.
Can we back up?
Just a
I'll
sec-
I'll put
Okay,
you in the ballpark.
Dog. Who's your favorite Canadian musician?
There's only one right answer.
Nickelback.
And that's not it.
Tom Green.
However, you are allowed
I'm
to
torn
like
between
Nickelback.
Brian Adams and Celine Dion, to be fair.
Lemmy's not Canadian.
And feel free to block me.
What, Celine Dion?
She's Canadian, isn't she? I'm sure she is.
Simple
She is.
Plan, obviously.
Tom Green.
Tom Green is your favorite Canadian
No,
artist?
To be
Pitbull.
fair, Brian Adams did a song that Robin Hood Prince of Thieves song that
Yeah.
resonated in the UK for it reached number one for about 15 weeks. And how
lives
he
here,
lasted
near me.
long how he lasted as
or
long
Ludacris.
as he did after that, because if Stu's still in the audience, he will in the chat, he will tell you that became probably the most annoying song that Britain has ever heard. And everything I do.
Oh, sorry,
yeah,
Kira.
that is just the worst. Don't get me wrong, you hear it once and you think, well, that's a nice song. But when you hear it 30 times a day on every single radio station,
Totally agree, Faye.
for I don't know, for 15 weeks, then that song becomes the worst. Katie Lang, there you go. There's another good one. Yeah, she made it.
Katie Lang's, yeah, she's good.
Yeah, Katie Lang, very, very good. Mine, betraying my age, Joni Mitchell.
Joni's awesome too. I can't remember who it was. I was just talking with somebody the other day actually about the Counting Crows cover of Big Yellow Taxi. Have you heard that?
I have not. Is it
You should
good?
look it up. It's good. I would say I've heard another version. I can't even remember who it was that did it, and I didn't think it was very good. But I thought the Counting Crows kind of
A Counting Crows version of Too Hard to Handle is probably the definitive.
Baby, here I am, the man
Yeah.
on your
No,
scene.
Which is a
they're,
I
great
can
song.
give you what you want, but
their
home with
cover of
me.
it is absolutely
I'm
probably
home,
the
home.
definitive song. I mean, that makes it theirs. I was,
It's like Cash with Nine Inch Nails is Hush.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Hurt.
Hurt. Sorry, Hush.
Hurt.
Hey,
Totally
hush.
different
Don't
song,
correct
you know.
him. Hush. Stags. How dare you?
Just tell me to hush.
Hurt.
How dare you? How dare you?
don't get me wrong. I mean, America has some great
Too late.
bands.
I mean-
Nirvana, him killing himself. What was that?
Do you like any rap?
Okay, Nirvana's not Canadian either.
What's up, America now? I mean, well, I know you're not Canadian.
Yeah, they're from
I'm just
Seattle.
saying that side of
Same
the
thing.
Atlantic.
Same thing, yeah.
You're on the same boat, mate. I know you. Well, you're closer to Russia than the Americans are, Neil. Should I bring that up?
But I'm closer to
Just
Russia.
a bridge away. You're literally
Yeah,
like
no. Don't forget,
a
there's
10-mile bridge away from Russia.
the U.S. and Russia are much closer. They have Alaska.
Whoa, what is that?
Something's going wrong.
That's not me. I haven't touched my computer, so I am not echoing or whatever now.
I think that was me. It was my earbuds died, so I was putting them away.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
No problem. I just can't hear out of this ear now.
Who said that?
What?
What did you say again, Mikey?
Hey?
Mikey, what was it you said again?
Are you
Oh.
practicing to become a Canadian, Mikey? Is that what you do?
Yes. And that's the sound the guy made from Pete's Dragon, so with the ear horn.
No.
Do you like rap music, Doug?
Oh, no. I'm 53. Why would I?
I don't know, man. I think you might get into some of it.
How old is fucking Dr. Dre?
88.
Maybe I got into. Well, I didn't get into it, but maybe I found Eminem. A
Okay.
couple of his songs may be interesting, but only because he used decent vocals from good songs. He used
Yeah,
what's
the
that?
samples.
Samples, yeah, that's what they call them. Now my kids, they love all that. They're progressive, they move with it. But I'm 53. I'm stuck in my ways.
I'm sorry, how old are you?
You get
I'm
Airs-
53.
going to see Cypress Hill and Slipknot.
I'm,
I'd just watch Cypress Hill and then leave for
I
Slipknot.
I
see
go on
Cypress Hill,
about
they're awesome.
Pink Floyd. I go on about the Beatles. I go on about the Stones. I've seen the Stones.
I know.
I've seen Floyd many times. I've seen Stray, but I really love classical music.
This guy is like 15, 16, 53, 15 years younger than me, and I don't really understand how you can't think
Did
of
you
a
say
rap artist.
Sly? Did you say Sly, the band?
No, I'm just like, well, you don't like rap because of your age. I mean, it's like, what? I
It's
don't
for
understand.
everybody.
I'm on a different continent, Stephanie.
You got some good
Alright.
rappers out there.
Well,
Yeah, but
bear in mind, I was indoctrinated on religious music, and I find myself pretty eclectic. I do like,
Have you heard that track, Man's Not Hot?
I like a lot of Zachary M3, who did the music for The Equalizer. I like Hans Zimmer. I like a lot of his stuff. That's my progression in classical type style music. Hans Zimmer.
Who was the rapper that did Fear of a Black Planet?
Oh, I've never even seen the film.
It was that was a great piece.
Well, I haven't seen the film, so I wouldn't know.
It wasn't a film. It was a rap song.
Oh, right.
Back in the
80s, 90s?
I think 80s.
See, I went through that pop era where I thought, yeah, music is just shit now.
Public Enemy.
Yeah, that was the album.
There
for
you go.
Black Planet.
It was
Yeah.
the album, and there was a tune on it. There was a
Yes.
song on it called "Fear of Black Planet." It was really fucking well done.
And well, the second I heard a Justin Bieber song, I went back to my old records, and my kids were my daughter was into Justin Bieber, and I said it must be the hair, has to be because I'm bald.
Justin Bieber is
And why
to
does
me
she
is
prefer
it's
Justin Bieber to me?
You should check out this band called Body Count.
Yeah.
Mikey, we're talking about a guy
Dude,
who had two
I had the original one that came
autobiographies.
out with Cop Killer on it.
Really?
Two
Yeah.
autobiographies out by the time
I
he
gave
was
it away.
14. He had two what was happening so
Now I'm
much
kicking
in
myself.
Trump's life. He had two autobiographies out by the age of 14. What the fuck? I couldn't
I had
even
5
I'm
out, so he
53.
can stop it.
I've been through all sorts of shit in my life. I could never write two autobiographies. I could have professional writers.
Not with that
They could
attitude.
Never make two autobiographies out of my life in a million years. But by the age of 14, I'm pretty.
Come on, dog. A little bit more confidence.
Don't tell me that's not a scam.
I think you can do it.
Oh, 3 chapters. I comb my hair this way.
Play
I
that
comb my
lottery.
hair that way. I played the drums once.
I've never heard a rant more okay boomer than that one.
Sorry,
think
it's
you are
like,
yelling at the crowd.
wait a minute, whoa.
I would say Justin
I
Bieber is
suppose
on
you-
a par with the Catholic Church to me, because I missed so much life of my daughter
There it is.
with their interest in Justin Bieber. That
Justin
Yeah.
Bieber's like
Justin
you
Bieber
know,
is a
He's a
good
kid.
He's little, man.
He's just a little
Not-
kid, dude.
Let him live, dude. Let him live.
I'm not saying Justin Bieber is a paedophile
Leave Justin
child
Bieber
murderer or
alone.
any of that. I'm just saying Justin Bieber is. I hate him just as he made me love so much with my daughter.
It's all right,
Yeah.
man.
Like,
It's
I
all
couldn't get. I couldn't
jealous?
get into that music.
It's
You
okay,
jealous
man.
of Lil BB?
Then,
A wee bit.
That's just not fair.
A wee bit.
Saying I'm
Handsome
jealous
boy.
of Justin
He's
Bieber.
got
Of course, I'm
millions of
jealous of
dollars.
Justin Bieber. The guy's
Can
a
I make-
multi-millionaire that
Can I make-
has made
oh my goodness.
multi-millions out of doing fuck all.
Can I make
How
a
looking
small?
good, with a nice hair. He played drums once, and he's got a
Energizer
decent
Bunny.
voice. I think I've got a decent voice. I know it's moronic and boring.
Speaking of moronic and boring. Speaking of moronic and boring.
when I've got a proper mic in
can I
front of
make,
me, hands and I'm singing, I'm pretty. It's not as monotonous. It's quite vulgar.
Go ahead
Sure.
and sing. Can you sing something for us?
No, fuck off. Like, what do you even think? Why are you
I
even
know
going
that
down
song.
this road?
Go on then.
Why are you even going down this road?
I mean,
What?
hell, you got the mic. Hey, spotlight's on.
Mikey,
Somewhere.
I'll do
over
some rap
the
for you.
moon.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking.
Whoa, Mikey Furman, he's a man. He sits on his clouds and he blames himself. He'll sit on his cloud, and other people he'll shunt, but really he's just a big shit cunt.
Ah,
Huh. Yeah, that's my rap. For
Well, it rhymed.
Nailed it.
Bars.
Don't
So
even
Neil,
go down that road with me, rapping.
so Neil,
Rap.
Yes. Yes.
if I can do one quick shill, I asked for the 10-minute warning because
I gave
there
you.
was no bin show today. We had some scheduling issues and some people are sick, so our episode will be coming out in 10 minutes. So if you guys want
nice.
to hang out in a StreamYard and watch the episode with us, that is super cool. That would be awesome, and I would love you. So it'll come out in 10 minutes. I'll post the link in
Well,
the chat if that's cool with you.
You know
Of
that
course.
we
Yeah.
love you, Mikey,
Hey,
and whip it
It's
out.
not bad. It's not bad.
Whip
I
it
didn't
out.
sign up for
Whip
this
it
bullshit.
out.
Now I have to stay because if I leave, it's rude, right?
It's okay. We would never consider you to be rude, Stags.
I have these little jazz.
Even if you went like this before you hit the power, you'd still be like, he's awesome.
I'm a
Stags.
vampire.
Oh,
Nice.
is that the body of Christ?
Ah.
Oh, don't get,
Other
I've
jazz
moved on. I had so much to say about disgrace at the chair of St. Peter and all of this nonsense but I know you just want to know about me, and I do thank you guys just for, especially this after party. You have cheered me up. We've gone on about a lot of bollocks and nonsense, and I know I've tried to.
We didn't even talk about food. We're long Furby.
But you have cheered me up, and I love you guys. You are.
I didn't get one slunge in.
I do love you.
Well, I'm
all.
glad we cheer you up, man. It sounds like you need a little.
Catholicism, mate, is my it's the nails down my chalkboard, and it always will be, forever. But
As long as it's not the nails through your hands.
they're my scars to bear. That's my injury to bear, and I will. But it's nice to share it with you guys. It really is.
Look who's
I
back.
appreciate that.
Man, you're muted. You're
Oh.
muted.
Fucking hell, he's back. Anyway,
I am?
Yeah,
sorry,
now you're good.
Yeah,
You're
Ollie,
good.
I'm just
Good now?
joking, mate.
How are we doing now?
Well, we're doing okay, but we're bringing this to a close, so you're just in time to help us say goodbye.
Okay.
Right on time.
We've been going for almost 2.5 hours, so I still got some fucking pile of laundry to do. So before tomorrow, because I'm going for Passover dinner tomorrow.
Oh,
There you go.
Yep, every year over at my sister's place, and I always
You're
remind
going to
them
watch
this
that
is all.
do-rag.
Anyway, so and I got to remind them that this is just a fairy tale, and then my sister gives me the rolly eye thing, and so does her husband.
And so, in other words, tomorrow night is not going to be any different whatsoever than any other night.
Yes, exactly. And lean to the right or something, and
Yeah.
the whole Seder routine tomorrow. But I go for the food, and I laugh my way through the parts that I'm supposed to read.
Cool.
That's when I roll my eyes. And then Moses threw the staff on the ground, and it turned into a snake.
Enjoy your family, Neil. That's
that's
the whole point of it,
exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, I wonder Lady Passover dinner food's awesome. So looking forward to that tomorrow. My sister always does a really good job. But yeah, I'll be back on Saturday.
Saturday. Who's the guest?
Saturday. I'm checking, Ollie. Jeez, fuck. Pat Lowinger. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know either.
I can't remember. Anyway, he's Pacific time zone like me, so it's next Saturday, this coming Saturday, 5 p.m. I still need people for Tuesday and Thursday, but I have Stacy, who's an ex-fundee, on the following Saturday. Then I also, for some reason, Tuesdays and Thursdays are really popular this month for people.
I got a guy for a Saturday.
They're all empty.
Yeah.
Nice.
The weekends. Then I got by Atheist ex-Jew, who's Orthodox Jew, so he's going to come on. Hey, Heathen Queen. We're just shutting her down. So yeah, we started early today.
Can
Hi, Heathen Queen.
obscure about baby's first blowjob? My mitzvah pet.
What?
And
Where they suck the circumcision.
And we're done.
We're good.
That's that.
Place to end it now, huh?
Demonetized.
Hi, Heathen Queen. Bye, Heathen Queen.
Yeah, where I always am, in my bedroom.
Right
Okay,
on.
that could be clipped. Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's it. I'm looking for people for Tuesday, April 19th, and the 21st, the Thursday, 26th, the Tuesday, and the 28th, a Thursday. So if you guys know anyone that wants to come out and share their stories, just tell them to bug me or get in touch with me and link us up or something. Because I've got 4 days left in April to fill, and then I could actually start booking for May.
It's gonna be May.
There you go.
Yeah. But thank you guys out there in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you guys had a good time tonight. Getting to know us be a little crazy, as usual. And thanks to all my wonderful patrons. Without you guys, I couldn't do this. So my heart goes out to you guys. Thank you very much for everything you do for us. And and thanks again to my guest, this guy right over here, the dog man, all the way from across the pond, who has literally stayed up all night just to hang out with us. So I appreciate that, dog.
Well,
Thanks for sharing
we're
your
here.
stuff.
At the end of the day, I had a lot more to say. You know, my
Ran out of time now.
condemnation of the Catholic Church is beyond rebuttal. What I have to say about it, but you sort of brought me, you level me out, you level my hatred out to I made it quite nice, actually.
It's okay to hate him, dude. It's okay to hate him.
Normally, I get into one, and especially when I bring up my childhood, and I thank you guys for it, and I thank Chap for it as well. But it was great. I'm glad I exposed myself on your channel, Neil. It was well worth it.
Exposed is not a good word.
Yeah, probably not. But I exposed but it's a factual word.
Come and get exposed on my show.
I exposed my how can you say it? Yeah, you're right, Ollie. It's hard to phrase it, but I did expose myself. I exposed my life experiences, which are normally very private. It's hard it's hard to say, because even, as I say, 43 years later, it still hurts.
I'm sorry, how old were you again?
I'm 53. I was
right.
10 when I was expelled from my school. I did look up the latest what I can find education board review of the school I went to. And obviously it's all ticks all the way along.
Get a flea collar.
All the teachers are religious, have religious doctrines, and absolutely, as Catholicism go, the board of schools, the board of education, have allowed it's done by the doctrine. To be fair, it's actually done by the Archdiocese of England,
right,
or the Archdiocese of Liverpool. And that's the governmental review in Britain, is the Archdiocese of Liverpool of that school. There's no secular review of it whatsoever. It's all done by
hey, we gotta go, dude.
By Catholics.
Yep.
Right.
But anyway,
Thank
you for listening, hearing me out. I know I'm boring. I have a lot to say. I have a lot more to say, but yeah,
that's all right.
You. You're not bored by me. Fuck you. I don't care. I've got my story.
I was about to thank you for sharing your story, but you're going to throw the F-bomb at me. Fuck.
And you can stick your Mandalorian right up your ass.
Hey, Randolph.
All right.
Hello.
All right,
you guys. All right.
Sounds like a butthurt turkey.
Hey, dog. How are you? It's good to see you here.
Oh no.
Come on, man.
Randolph, it seems I bored.
Bye, everyone.
406.
We gotta go.
Even
We
though
gotta
you
go.
Yeah, Mikey. You know,
All right.
I'm joking, of course. My Randolph.
Just missed a joke, but it's okay.
Ollie, man.
And cut.
Ollie, man. Plays frisbee golf.
Just push it, Neil.
Tell me the difference between frisbee golf and please.
Neil, just do
No,
it.
what? I didn't hear what you said. So good night.
All right.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
We gotta wrap it up here.
Extraordinary
Go,
claims
Neil.
require extraordinary evidence. See you guys next time.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.